I feel like now it's popular to hate Diddy. Right. But a lot of these people, including us as fans, have known that he's been trashed for years.
Why now?
Because it's popular.
I could tell you why now.
Right.
Okay.
That was
obviously, when we got the visual of what he did to Cassie, I was done.
That was my whole point. I can't be a clown for them niggas, and them niggas I just don't fucking connect with. They don't fucking matter, bro. Like that's they just don't. They just are. At that point, that's transaction.
We can't do that.
That's just money.
Because we can't champion GNX selling how many ever records, 320 in the first week, when the majority of those
most of his people, it be his people.
It's not, bro. When you look at the niggas that's buying the records, it's not.
No, my kids can't. I can't. I'm blessed.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What it do? Feels good to be live back in the building, man.
Oh yeah! Woo!
Feels good to be live back in the building, man.
Oh, it feels great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's poppin', man? This your boy Word. Back at it again. The gang is back in the building, man.
Yeah.
It feels good. Welcome back to the Damage Control.
Where the damage is fucking control, y'all. Yeah.
We gonna run that back. Welcome back to the Damage Control.
What a damage control.
Where the damage is control, you heard? Yeah, man. We are back fully in motion. As you can see, do you got a drink over here, TC?
Nope.
No drink? Okay, shout out to that. No drinks for TC. We're starting this episode off. I wonder what episode are we on? What do you think we on? I think the first, you talking about season, if this was season 2, I think I'm gonna just make them all like run together now.
Okay.
So if we put all them together, I think we almost hitting like 30 right now.
30?
About 30, dog. About 30.
Yeah, 30,
yeah,
man.
you know what I'm
That's
saying? Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out, man. Anyways, man, it feels good to be live back in the building, man. Welcome back to the Damage Control, where the damage is control. Still got TC to the side. That means, as you can see, and if you haven't noticed already, man, Moss is back in the building. Make some noise, make some noise. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to be back here, man. And back with the family, man. So speaking of back with the family, man, how has Cats been? We going through the holidays right now. Thanksgiving just passed for some of us that actually got a chance to experience it with our family. Some may not. You know what I mean? Shout out to the families that may not be all put together. We still are sending our love to y'all way. But how was the holidays for y'all, man?
Man, this was the best one. This was the best one yet. I got to see my brother that I haven't seen in 7 years.
Ooh,
right?
Shouts out to that.
I had a household was full of Mosses. That has never happened when it comes from my dad to my siblings to their kids, my kids, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was just, we were just enjoying the festivities. It was great. Had great food. Mom was there. Low-key dad's baby mamas was there.
Wow.
He had it under control. That's just something that I foresee.
Okay.
I'm just playing. Totally just joking. But it was great. It was the best. It was the best.
That's just how about you, TC? How'd you kind of bring it in?
Man, so right before, like a couple days before Thanksgiving, I celebrated my 36th birthday.
Clap it up, clap it up.
And Thanksgiving, I kept it real low key with my mom, my sister, and my niece. Ate way too much.
Yeah.
And partied way too much for my birthday. So
we kicked
I was tripping.
Yeah.
But I'm getting it back together.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. We definitely are advocates of great health over here on the Damage Control podcast. So, you know what I mean?
You, brother?
The holidays, the Thanksgiving was good, man. Mom's cooked as usual. The infamous honey bun cake she made. If you haven't tried that, man, you're missing out. I had a chance to actually take it to my firm where I work. And let's just say the cake didn't last very long. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, that says it all.
As expected.
It is delicious. I have had it.
Amazing.
Yeah, now it was good though, man. We brought it in over my mom's house though, man. And man, as far as Christmas, we'd be spending it here too at my crib.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? This will definitely be my last Christmas here in STL. Much love for the Lou. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna miss my brother.
Yeah.
But I'm happy you following your dreams.
For sure. You know what I mean? We about 7 months out in counting. So yeah, man, looking forward to that. But the holiday's been good, man. You know, still doing a little Christmas shopping here and there, trying to get things in order. But man, speaking of that, man, New Year's is coming back, which brings us back to this edition, which is the end of the year podcast. And
that shit flew.
Yeah, it did. 2024 flew by. I ain't gonna lie, like
pretty fast, bro.
It did, man. It did. It felt like if you wasn't on mission from jump, like day one,
come on now,
it flew by you.
Come on now,
you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
This mug was a roller coaster ride for me.
Is that right?
I love the honesty.
That mug was like the boss.
No.
Yeah. What was one of your major takeaways?
My great niece being born.
Really?
My niece Carmen gave birth to my first great niece Zara. Shout out to Zara. I was in the delivery room with my niece, and just seeing life being given, man, it just reminded me that every day is a miracle. And she is going to be 1 January 4th, so she kicked off the year.
Oh yeah,
and she's getting ready to be 1. So that was the highlight of my year so far.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, 2024 has been it's been quite a year. I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, my highlight is just I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a place where things are going from one level or one chapter to the next.
Yeah.
And though that I feel like I've gained or experienced a lot of success, I feel like in the same moment, it's like bringing me to clutch harder on the God.
Yeah.
I just feel like, the higher you go, the harder you got to clutch to whatever your foundation or your beliefs are. For me specifically, that's me believing in God. So it's just really been an awareness of that. Like success has been what it's been, but it's been a inner voice saying you gotta clutch even harder to what you believe in and your faith. And for me specifically, that's my Christianity, my salvation. So that's just kind of been the biggest takeaway. And just it's been a lot of wins, a lot of elevation, but just that being like, what is that saying? Like, what should I be doing while I'm experiencing that? So yeah, man, definitely been of coming to a certain newfound belief and just like realizing that, you know what I mean? Like, so what about you, my guy?
It's just
I looked at you, boy. Your eyes look like they were just.
I'm chilling. Really, right now, I'm just taking in everything.
Yeah.
But this year has definitely been trials and tribulations. But I do think it's the year of rebirth, right?
Yeah.
For me, just to pivot off of what you just said is understanding and gaining more understanding for God, building that relationship.
Yeah.
But also, we actually had a conversation about this, and I've been having more. So I start therapy this week coming up.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's, so it's all about growth, but it's understanding not necessarily the goal, but enjoying the walk towards that final destination.
Yeah.
And that's something that I had to grasp because I'm always on the move. Like I'm always moving, right? And now I'm learning to take in and appreciate and be present and what's going on now, right? So like seeing y'all, like I'm sitting here just like my peoples, like I love y'all, I miss y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I was going through hell when I was gone, you know what I mean? And it taught me to take in so much more of what's important versus what I thought was important, you know what I'm saying? Which really wasn't.
Yeah.
So God is just like you said, building that relationship with God and moving forward, man.
I feel that, bro. Yeah, we had a talk. We was we could have, it was almost hard for you to lose the crib, boy.
We always do that.
I just kept calling and texting every so often.
That's facts.
Anyway, I didn't
facts.
care. I was like, you didn't talk to me.
That's facts. That's big facts. And I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, I love you, man. It's good to have you back.
Too.
It's good to be back with my guys for sure.
Yeah.
Also, really quickly, I want to say thanks to God for 2 things real quick. I had a hospital stay and it got really bad where I almost was up out of here. But he saw fit to bring me back. So I just want to quickly just give glory to him. It's a reminder that I still have purpose, that I'm here for a reason. So I don't want to take none of that for granted. Take care of your health. Please take care of your health. And then also, this is the first year since 2015 that I have been able to be a full-time actor.
Shout out to that.
Contracted, not rich, not famous, but I am a working actress, and this is something that I prayed for, so I wanted to recognize that before we kept going. So,
yeah.
That's big noise. That's big noise.
My
for
boy
sure.
Tina! Shout out to Sam.
Shout out to my cousin.
That's big noise, man. But yeah, man, this is the end of the year. Recap of 2024. Like Moss mentioned earlier, man, it definitely flew by. But we're here, man. What's today's date? December 14th. This probably will come out maybe a week from now, maybe even sooner. Who knows? Before Christmas get to y'all though. But yeah, man, this, I just wanted to kind of get into this segment of recapping 2024 with just some fun facts, man. A lot of things kind of came from this little research study I did, man. That was a little bit of an interesting journey.
Talk to me, word.
So, man, if you haven't seen this word Ozempic, you know what I mean? It's definitely took a life of its own.
Bro, I know somebody that took that shit, boy.
You for real?
Yes.
What did they look like before and after?
God. So, I ain't gonna say no names. So it's this chick that I used to just, associate myself with, talk to, right? And she was an interesting woman. Okay. And she weighed about 190 at first, dropped down about 158 within like 3 weeks. We talked.
Oh no, that almost
Hold on, no. So I say,
it's true. It's a diabetes drug. They ask you to do
but
it,
they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they're taking advantage.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at this point, she's like I said, a different girl. I ain't gonna talk too much about her,
right?
Because I'm sure she's watching. So
you might be watching.
I'm positive. You hear me? I'm positive.
Jeez.
Probably gonna say something, but anyway. So but this is the thing though. I had to do research. I was just like, man, this can't be healthy. So what it takes away though is your muscle mass. It takes away it takes away the muscle. And if you take away your muscle, that's nowhere near good for you.
Yeah.
And my thing is, people, when it comes to celebrities and celebrities promoting it, I do not suggest. Now for people that do have diabetes, do what you do.
I do. I declined it and chose to take another diabetic medication.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did your research. You understood what was going on.
Yeah, and then a lot of the insulins or different things they use to treat diabetes, I'm actually allergic to.
Oh.
So yeah.
So
that's a whole nother thing.
and the thing is, she told me she paid to get the shot, right? I believe she paid around like $500 to $800.
Wow. It's just one shot and she dropped all that pounds?
So she gets like a bundle of them, and then she has to go back and pay like $10 every shot. I'm not for Ozempic. I'm just letting everybody know, don't ever cheat, eat right.
I'm not for it, man, because if Ice Spice is on it, man, it messed up my life.
Is that what
oh my
God, bro.
Allegedly.
Ice went from she was top tier to a 5. Boy, she dropped. I ain't gonna say she's not a 5. She's still gorgeous, but bro,
she's about 50 years old.
She looked like a little, man, she look fragile.
Women, we go through things in our bodies.
That is a like if you go to think you the shit into where she is now, that was only like a time frame of a summer, and she's like drastically changed her body. You know what I mean? Like it's one photo right now that's going viral where she took a picture and she looked.
That was this week or last?
That was this week.
That was recent. Ugh.
She looks like it looks a little like you would worry about somebody dropping weight that fast.
She looks sick.
Sending her energy then.
So
she gets it.
You know what I mean?
But the point is, you know what I'm saying, just for the world and where we're going and what they're willing to do and how drastic that is when it comes to health, that's horrible, yo. Like we need to do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
to speak to that, man, right here, I brought this up because Ozempic was like one of the largest terms searched. But this little article I found, it kind of like brought out some things as far as brands or things that was kind of popular in 2024. It says, regardless of your thoughts on this subject, it's hard to admit that Ozempic has experienced a meteoric rise with terms like Ozempic face entering everyday vernacular. According to our data, it has 65% awareness in US, the highest of any weight loss drug. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really, because what other weight loss drugs nowadays?
I have no
But the moment you're off of it, you gain back that weight within a week or two.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's best to
So you flop back. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I'm
talking. I didn't sing. Never mind. Listen. Yes.
You see, he got out of there.
Lose it naturally.
This nigga just got out of there.
Looks better and everything. So I don't know. I'm on that journey right now. See me in about 6 months. I'm gonna look.
Man, the rise of Temu was another thing that took 2024 by storm.
I'm for Temu.
And these stats I'm reading from is from a branding website called Tracksuit. They pretty legit. But it says the Chinese retail Temu has more than 167 million monthly customers using their app. It is the most downloaded app by Gen Z in 2024. Globally, it's more popular than Amazon, even though studies show Gen Z trust Amazon more. I agree. Yeah. I just ordered my first products off of Temu literally last week.
I got these boots.
Temu?
$21.
Wow. I got them these three pictures over here. They out of the shot. Temu. 3, and they about what, 19 by 28 or something like that for like $10,
Temu
bro.
Sells everything. It's not
everything.
Like Fashion Nova.
The only thing is,
nah.
So the convenience now, everybody, when it comes to, especially American consumers, we worry about the convenience of time, right? Amazon, you can have it if you got Prime within the next day or two. Temu, it takes about 2 weeks to 3 weeks.
Ooh.
But
it's $1.
When it comes to them prices,
the price is ridiculous.
Them prices are
prices,
crazy.
promos, coupons.
Come on, you can get 3 items for free.
But let me tell you something about Temu real quick. I downloaded it and I had a cart, but I didn't complete it. That was months ago, and they send me an email every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
They told me some nails, some press-on nails I was looking at. They was like, they not there for a penny. I don't trust it.
Temu basically capitalized on Wish.com, basically.
Okay. Wish.com and what's the other one, bro?
What's that?
Shein.
Shein,
yeah.
Shein, do Shein sell all that shit like Temu though?
They don't sell. No, they don't sell like.
Because I know they got cheap ass clothes.
Like Alibaba.
Got you.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? But
got you.
I haven't tried Temu yet.
It's fire.
What do y'all give it? 1 to 10.
Temu?
Oh, I give it a solid 8.
It's solid.
Yeah. It's solid.
Like it's solid.
It depends on what you shop for. Now,
I wouldn't shop for I'm the person. I wouldn't necessarily shop for clothes on there. Home decor, stuff like that, like appliances. I'll get on there. I don't have a high. Yeah, I don't have a high expectation for those.
My cart and purchase because they don't wear the hell out of me.
And they got some real decent stuff.
Yeah.
But the only thing is though, next year, and I don't know if we talk politics on here.
Go ahead.
Trump gets in, he's going to establish tariffs. You know what I mean? That's going to be taxing everybody outside of the United States for when they import goods here, right? So if we were to basically try and purchase something, there will be a tariff tax on that. You get what I mean?
Is it supposed to be very expensive?
A tariff tax. So that was a way for it. So what I've been researching, right, and a lot of things I've been reading on has been about because we used to have tariff tax, right? Like back in the day before we had taxes on ourselves. We only taxed ourselves when war came about, right? And then and there was no income tax too.
What just happened with this nigga?
Because that's something that a lot of people. So the right side is for that, obviously. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to be more towards retaining money and building up our dollar value again. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The way we do that is by creating taxes. Like, why are we out in certain countries when and why are we giving them and why aren't they paying us for us protecting them? Right, and then I don't want to get into, and I'm not here to
look
get
at TC. Look.
I'm just saying. Pay attention. I think it's very important, Black people. You know what I'm saying, to pay attention to what is really going on. You know what I mean, because this shit is gonna get detrimental. I'm not saying good or bad. Just know what to do. Know how to move your money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Make sure you're armed. You get what I'm saying, and make sure that you just have a plan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. That's very important. And just like I said, know what's going on. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. The politics be politicking, man. That's all I gotta say about that. To continue kind of this article I found, man, biggest pop culture moments. They got a top 5 here. I'm gonna just do the top 3, and they kind of broke it down via generation, by generation. Gen Z, biggest pop culture moment for them, 28%. Took it by a landslide. Kendrick versus Drake beef.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
We definitely know who the next one is, bro.
We definitely gonna get into that. I don't know who this is. The girl that made the term demure go viral. Is that how you say it? Demure.
Demure. It's very demure.
Yeah. What was? Is it bougie? Is
Yeah, it's basically
What is that?
Is demure basically equivalent to bougie? Is what I'm asking.
I don't think it's equivalent to bougie. It's just like she's very elegant, classy. That's what I get from Demure.
Got
you. Know what
okay.
I'm saying? But yeah, she's supposed to be the one who started the word, but literally it's a song that Tupac released before he died, where he says the word Demure in there. So I don't know.
Did he use it in the same way?
Right.
Or did he mean something? Okay.
Yeah. So I think she maybe sometimes you can repopularize.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't want to take nothing away from her, but it was a whole thing, and like people were commentating on it. But it was a random big moment. But yeah,
it was random. But yeah, that came for Gen Z. That was number 2, and then number 3 was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce relationship. Started look at her. She finna go in on them. What you got to say now?
Shout out to all the Swifties. I love Taylor Swift music. I like Travis Kelce is fine. Okay, but I do not care about their relationship.
I thought they broke up, to be honest.
No, they're still together. She be all up in the what's the skybox?
Yeah, the skybox
suites.
With
the mama sitting up there.
Yeah, I thought he got back with his ex.
The black joint. No, his ex went on a podcast, kind of made a fool of herself. I forgot what she said, but they went in on her.
Really?
Oh, they talked. I think she was talking about it was around like the 50-50 whole conversation. Should a guy be 100% 50-50?
Was she with the 50-50 or against it?
She was saying something like, I would never go 50-50 with somebody, Travis Kelce or not. Something like that. I don't know the real meaning why.
Wasn't she saying that he was allegedly like cheap? He didn't really give her a lot of money.
Something along them lines.
Would he give you a lot of money?
But niggas flipped it like now he done left you and got with a girl where he ain't even got to do nothing.
Shit. Is he wrong or is he right?
Hey, he got up out of there.
Is he right or is he right?
They do look nice together. I'll give it. A lot of women, since at one point he had like the beard shaved and all that, he was kind of looking like Me, Myself, and Irene.
That's deep.
Jim Carrey and Me, Myself, and Irene. So he wasn't as like attractive to like the black girls. Like we wasn't like, because I mean for a minute that guy, man, we was all on Travis Kelce. I mean I was like, who is that? It was a couple years ago, but I don't know. But I mean, good luck to them. How you feel about it?
About who? Travis Kelce and Taylor? I don't really. She got the hell up out of there. I don't have nothing to say about this shit. I don't got nothing to say about that shit, baby.
I don't know, right?
I'm just here to report what was popular.
You seem like you like the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was fine. She a good looking woman too.
Yeah, when it came to the millennials though, it kind of swapped. Taylor Swift and Travis, they was actually the biggest moment for that generation. Kendrick and Drake was second, and then the Demure people was they was in third. So
okay,
yeah, Gen X and the baby boomers, they both was rocking with Taylor. Then they had some people I wasn't even rocking.
Is that much of a difference?
Yeah, look at 50%, bro. 56.
Wow. Now this is something to talk about.
These black folks?
So this was taken by 21,000.
I ain't heard none of us talking about no Taylor.
yeah. Well, this was a pretty. I like studies like this because it was 21,000. It was 21,000 people that participated in this voting.
Okay.
And it was from like 5 to 6 markets worldwide. So it's not the US. It was UK, Canada, us, USA.
Okay. So
it's worldwide.
Okay.
And so that's why you got these Oasis reunion.
But look at the difference though. We got baby boomers 56%, Gen X, And it's 56% for Taylor Swift and Kelsey, whatever his name is, Travis Kelsey. Then you got 34% for millennials, right? For the Taylor Swift and the Travis Kelsey, and then 16% in millennials. Then for Gen Z, though, this is what's crazy. 28% Kendrick versus Drake beef. And then Taylor Swift is in, it's in third place, right?
Yep.
They're third place for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey, my bad. About that. That's crazy when it comes to the generation difference of what we are considered or what we're interested in.
Yeah.
Old heads don't give a fuck about hip hop and all the young niggas is on it.
But not necessarily though. But that's
what you mean.
Why
nigga,
the fuck?
Look, bro, these niggas ain't even almost in the top 3 of Kendrick and Drake.
They are is what I'm saying, bro. Like, so this one right here, Oasis reunion. Right. What is Oasis reunion?
Them niggas over there in the Europe.
First of all, how old is Baby Boomers?
Baby Boomers is
they're like 60 years
right.
Why are they interested in Taylor Swift?
Because
Travis Kelsey?
Couples.
Well, you gotta think about this.
People have been interested in celebrity couples for years.
You gotta think about this. The one thing I will say is the NFL is a much older audience, and because he's
forget about that.
He's on the winning team.
He's gonna win. They Super Bowl. So by default, they just throw Taylor in. You know, that's just.
I'm like, what is this? 56%.
Yeah, that is crazy. 50% for Gen X. Yeah.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah, man. So I thought that was pretty interesting, though, man. What you got to say, TC?
Interesting statistic.
What you got?
You kind of age shame sometimes, but we won't get on that.
Yo, we're the same.
What's the?
She said you kind of. She said you age shame.
Like, why are you taking?
Oh my god, everything is a shame nowadays. Let's just move on to.
Okay.
Don't go there.
Right, you know me.
Don't go there.
I turn this mug into controlling damage instead of damage control, baby. What we talking about?
Controlling the damage. God damn me. Let's go.
What's poppin', baby? Yeah, man. It's been one of them years. And I must give it up to the guy that called it before any of us saw it.
Oh, yeah.
None other than Cat Williams himself.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That interview literally set a bomb off for 2024. Literally.
Say it one more time, TC.
That Cat Williams interview on Club Shay Shay literally set a bomb off for the year 2024. I haven't seen an interview that had that much legs in a long time. Like, it reminded me of interviews back then before social media.
No kidding.
Like, you had to be there, like for Diane Sawyer, Wendy Williams, Oprah interviews. It just kind of just reminded me of that. And everything Kat said, for the most part, is still unfolding with 2 weeks left in 2024.
No kizzy. That episode and interview by Shay Shay with Cat Williams is up to 85 million views.
85 million
in 11 months, dog.
85 million views.
It had 50 probably in the first week. I ain't gonna lie, yo. That was crazy.
Those numbers are crazy. And it's like, Shannon really just kind of sat back. That's kind of his interview style.
Yeah. And
really let his guests talk. But for somebody like Cat Williams, that gives them the opportunity to run. And he went in on almost everything and everybody. Yeah. So it was literally some people that felt the type of way that he didn't mention them in the interview, which was weird.
That's bananas.
Yeah.
And I only feel like them people felt like that after they seen what the episode did.
Yeah.
Had that episode didn't do what it do,
it's crazy what Clout does.
Yeah.
They not looking for they to be mentioned. You know what I mean?
Because honestly, real quick, Club Shay Shay was doing very decent and great numbers before the Cat Williams interview. It's just that mug took a life of its own. And I think because he went in on a lot of big artists or big comedians or just a lot of things. But a lot of people talk about Cat Williams, and really he was just responding to a lot of people. So
let me ask you a question. Do you think, like, what plays a part when it comes to viewership, right? Is it truth or is it popularity scheme?
Well, you know what? Charlamagne says something very interesting all the time. Nobody cares about the truth if the lie is more entertaining. So whatever Cat Williams said, whether a lot of it was true, but some of it we don't know for all of it to be true. But I think it was just his intensity, but I do feel like a lot of stuff he said in there was true. But it's also Cat is animated, so he like, you gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? He calling people. He calling people ugly. He said, "You're a fat face on liar." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it was his energy, and
the nigga stood up on the interview talking about he a bust Cedric Entertainer's stomach.
Crazy.
Shout out to Cedric.
But the thing is, nobody had nothing to say.
Nah, shout out to definitely shout out to Sid for sure.
Cedric did definitely come and about the joke, the spaceship joke, and all that stuff. He did come out and talk about that. So I don't really know what happened with that, but a lot of stuff that Cat Williams said is still unfolding.
Yeah.
He said it would be the year of exposure. It would be the year of truth. And a lot of some of our favorite people have kind of been exposed about a lot of things this year. So yeah, he set off a bomb for sure.
I think that's a good thing though, because I think this is a place where we need to unmask ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the next healthy thing to do.
In the words of a great poet, mask off. Future Hendrix.
Right?
No kizzy.
He called that man a poet.
Oh yeah. He's definitely a poet.
It's Future fans in the building.
Oh yeah, Future. let me get your horns.
I
did my own.
Future is definitely a poet in my eyes.
And a goat on top of that.
For sure.
But I do think, like, again, I do think this is a time for us to be able, in the climate that we're in, I think where Cat Williams is at and what he was saying and what he professed is imperative, for us to really take in and also carry on into the next year, because like you said, he's not done.
No, he's not.
Like what he professed and what's going on is not done.
Yeah.
Because I think people in this climate are tired. There was a lot that he touched within the industry of Hollywood, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? And what is really going on and how, and it kind of goes into what I had inputted into the notes, and what I would like to talk about is the impact of Hollywood and hip hop, right? And what we are being promoted and marketed, and how that's affecting youth, culture. Yeah. Right. And how it's influencing our mentality as well. So for what he was saying, there's people that are against it, but there's also people that are just for it. But what that does is create a conversation and a dialogue for us to be able to get somewhere.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty
amazing.
What
was the deal? I didn't see it on here. It didn't update. What was the question around?
So one I had was the Lil Durk topic. I just wanted to talk about that.
His case?
Not necessarily too deep involved. It was more about how hip hop and Ricos are becoming more prevalent, right? Dealing with also Young Thug case.
Gotcha.
Secondly, it's also say Charleston White. A lot of people, he's controversy character, right? Yeah. But what he says a lot is very, very real.
He's just
I agree. He, was one of the funniest things that he ever said to me. He said that, right, because I heard him, I felt him. He said, look, bruh, I'm really an ignorant nigga. I just play smart. You get what I'm saying? I said, I hear you, my nigga. But really he is.
I'm with him when he right, but a lot of times it's the antics that I can't rock with.
But the antics, he said, this is the crazy thing. And this is why I say the culture is impacted negatively, because he understands that without his antics, he wouldn't be as known, and he wouldn't have as much influence as he does now if he did not have the antics. So that shows you where the temperature and the climate of our culture is, because we're only pay attention to him because of those antics. And then within that, he slips in gems.
Yeah, that was his whole deal. Yeah. Charleston White, he's actually a really intelligent guy.
Come on.
I mean, not just from just hearing him speak. He has the credentials.
I only see the antics. Like, he actually have to really point me to the
he's a real activist.
There's a clip of him in a courtroom where he goes in on the whole. Oh, yeah, it's you got to see it. Yeah, no, he's for the people. I think now because like what Moss was just saying, because people And kind of like what you were saying, people don't care about the truth because the lie's more. It's just more entertaining. It's just more. I mean, what people gravitate to, and so because of that, he like, okay, well, y'all ain't looking for the truth. Y'all ain't trying to rock what I'm trying to stand for, and it's for the people.
Right.
Let me just get as dumb as y'all and see how I can. And he's blown up. He's like a comedian. He's like a comedian Kanye in a sense.
I agree.
The reason I say this is because Kanye says a lot of this. I don't know if he said the same thing, but he may be telling the truth
with no apology.
Right, no apologeticness behind it. But
I do too.
Kanye, you know, he's written off as crazy, so people look at him like, well, what he's saying, we're not gonna take serious, we're not gonna believe, it's not gonna be credited. But Charleston White, I mean, he's like mastered the internet game.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I see him.
And he's going into the comedy field, so he's about to do a tour.
Nigga do movies now, all kind of
movies.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Why? I suggest a lot. I'm actually for him. So he said it's a couple things. Again, he says then these are things that he can stand on. He said, and I'm not saying that I am for my people, but I'm not for violence towards everybody. Like I'm not a racist, right? Mm-hmm. Like so I'm sitting here saying this because I'm all for a person that can stand on what they represent, right? So if you sit here and say you for this and your background shows it, I'm for that. You know, I can only respect that is what I'm saying. So he said that, hey, that I shot, he said, I ain't going to our neighborhood selling dope or robbing. He said, I went into theirs. He said, I ain't never shot or killed nobody else besides them. You get what I'm saying? So when somebody, no, but to that drastic measure, when it comes to a lot of people in our community, in our culture, they always talking about improvement, but they just hear me out.
No, I'm listening.
They always talk about, and I know what you're saying. That's why I said what I said in the beginning, but they always talk about improvement or becoming activists. Yeah. But they can't never really back it up because they're still on black crime. They're still promoting black on black crime. When he's sitting there saying, I've never been that. I've always realized and been aware of who's really, to him in his shoes, who's the enemy.
And I think with Charleston White,
for him,
am I pronouncing his name right?
Yes.
Okay. I think with me, I've never seen any of those. Those don't pop up for some reason with him on my YouTube algorithm. What pops up with him is when he went on a whole rant about Vivica Fox finally wanted to settle down at 60 and talked about this woman's looks and different things and being disrespectful to that black woman, that legend. So that's what I saw.
That's his character.
So but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I see. So that's why I said, please point me to the interviews where he's being intelligent or smart. Cause I'm like, I don't really know him outside of the foolery. So that's why I don't. You know, so I'm being honest. It's not a diss to him. I would say it to his face.
Yeah. So what do you think? And
I've seen the interview he did with the two cats here in St. Louis.
So what do you think about our culture then? Like, do you think, like, say with the RICO cases going on with the Young Thug and what he dealt with? Yeah. You know, luckily he got out. You know what I mean? And also
I think he took a terrible plea deal.
And who was that? Thug? Thug. You think it's a setup for him to just basically get called back up?
You know, I'm just really concerned. He really gonna have to be on his P's and Q's, and I hope he has a support system around him that's not full of yes men and things like that. But I do think he took a terrible deal, but I hope it works for him.
He just needed to get out. You know, that boy was tired.
Hey, I would have took the deal out. Anything to get me the hell up out of that.
I would have told everybody else, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. But apparently though, they beat the state ass though. Or whoever it was the feds or the state, everybody pretty much got out of there. I think it was only like one guy that kind of got, but everybody.
A couple weeks later?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened a couple weeks later. But I wish Thug the best. I hope, this is a positive outcome for him and not negative.
Yeah, man.
Dirk just got declined.
He got kids. Yeah,
decline what?
Bail.
Dirk and Diddy. Diddy
for the third time. Diddy. They said Diddy is finally done trying to get out of jail. Speaking of Diddy though, man, that's what's gonna lead us into this next stuff. I mean, I think if it was one name, they said Diddy was the most searched celebrity of all of 2024.
Absolutely.
At least as far as musicians. But yeah, man, what do we kind of think about this Diddy case, man? Predictions. Do we think he's done? Or y'all still playing Diddy? I never played him. Okay.
Can I please say something?
Yeah, what we got? What we got?
Sean, Diddy, Puffy Combs. When I was coming up,
man,
Diddy was that dude to me.
Come on, man.
Yeah. He was fly and flashy and hip mobile. You know what I'm saying? He took hip hop and did something kind of a little bit more, fun with it. So for me, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I want to dance. I want to hear it, but I like the move. You know what I'm saying?
He liked the move too. He probably liked the move everywhere. Knowing his ass
sliding. It's a little
sliding and
hurtful.
slipping.
It's a little hurtful because I'm just being a person who has followed hot topics for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to get an invite to them Diddy parties. All these celebrities now that say, I left at 9 o'clock, or I left at blah, blah, blah. I watched all of them on Entertainment Tonight in the 90s and 2000s walking in there smiling. They're fake. They're fake. They're fake. They wanted to get in them Diddy parties because if you was at a Diddy party, that meant that you was on your way up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to say that, I left early and did all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? The only person I really believe with that is Ice Cube. Ice Cube ain't never been really seen in no after parties or nothing like that.
Now, I got to ask you about your boy. Your boy Will Smith said he ain't got nothing to do with that Diddy shit. Now, what you think about that?
Well, y'all know, that's another one. Willard Smith, not only did I have a crush on him growing up, I thought he was fresh as hell on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I know him for his music before he was an actor. You know what I'm saying? So everything with that. But it's always been those alleged rumors about him. I mean, all of them celebrities was at those. A lot of them celebrities. I can't speak for every person.
That's so true.
It was people in the church community that was there. It was people in NFL that was there. It was, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. It just wasn't musicians. Those parties were like legendary.
People in the church community at a Diddy party just sound like blasphemous.
Oh, they were there. They might not have been the most popular person on the list, but we know a few of them that was at them parties.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Yeah.
But yeah. I just feel like I don't believe in kicking somebody when they're down. I feel like...
So let's pause right there real quick.
Yeah.
Just this. So kicking somebody when they're down. Now, we know Diddy as a person that is very arrogant.
Absolutely.
Right?
I'm not trying to, what I want to say really quick before you keep going. I'm not trying to paint Diddy as somebody that is a good person because we've seen him on Making the Band. We've seen him with these terrible contracts. We've seen a lot of Diddy's character over the years since the early 90s being an arrogant, outside of all the great things he's done a lot of shady, messed up stuff. So I'm not saying that. But I'm not in that realm of people who gonna kick a person when they're down. I feel like now it's popular to hate Diddy. Right. But a lot of these people, including us as fans, have known that he's been trashed for years.
Yeah.
So
why now?
Why now? Because it's popular. It doesn't.
Well, I could tell you why now.
Right.
Okay.
That
obviously, when we got the visual of what he did to Cassie, I was done.
That was my whole point.
I mean, I'll be done. You could be my blood brother. I'll be done with you.
That was my point.
That's just bullshit. That's just to deny it the way he did.
Yeah. And then that video, I don't think
that's just crazy.
That video would ever see the light of day. And I do want to say to Cassie and other domestic violence victims, our hearts are with y'all. Our prayers are with y'all. Y'all are courageous. And that video was absolutely disgusting. There's no other way to describe it.
Oh yeah, asinine. that video.
And that's what it was.
That video was asinine, bro. A nigga like that, dog. I mean, you wouldn't. Ain't no way you my cat and you doing that to females.
Yeah.
You getting, them the type of niggas. Right when they get in the cell, they get mollywopped. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Buddy gotta have protective services all around him nowadays.
I do feel bad for his children, though. I do. I have
you know
to
what?
100% say that I think it's 7.
I felt like
7
that,
children.
But when they start bucking up against niggas like Ray J, I was like, I'm done. Y'all niggas is acting too tough.
Boys. That was
who you talking about? The twins?
I'm talking about. So he has the twins that he had with Kim Porter as well. Then he has a daughter named Chance that he had with a lady named Pumpkin, and then he has the baby girl, Baby Love.
So you feel for all the women, which I can feel for them too. They ain't doing that, but for them other niggas though, they was doing too much. You got to sit back. Your father already getting hot water and y'all out here trying to run up on niggas and jump.
So
what the hell y'all on?
Right, and then also my thing is due to arrogance, pride, ego, right? All three of those things that come together.
Pride comes before the fall.
You have to look at the aspect of when that money and power gets in, you forget about like reality. You forget that you are in a world beyond your own.
And Diddy has been in a place of power for over 30 years.
A long time. He's gotten away with
Did we ever believe that we would see a fall like this one that we're experiencing from him right now? Like R. Kelly, I don't think he was at the stature of
R.
a Diddy.
Kelly didn't have the power or the money.
But did you see the fall though?
Like, did you see this fall coming? I didn't necessarily see it coming.
No, I don't see the details, but I believe people in certain heights. I don't think
you believe everybody high will have to come low.
Can I say that Cat Williams interview? It felt eerie when he started saying certain things. If Diddy want to party, you got to tell him no. All that it was stuff after that started coming out, and this is from me being I was a fan of.
Bro, he was my number one mogul. Like I looked up to him so much.
I don't think he was my number one mogul.
He was my number one.
The fame a little
that's
bit.
That's why I wanted. That's why
Diddy was somebody I looked at like
50 Cent second.
Yeah. I looked at him in a certain light. Like he was the first out of hip hop in my eyes that was mogulist to me. For sure. And then Hove took that slot once he started to do what he did.
So I saw Russell Simmons. So I kind of saw him first. You know, he had the clothing line and the different businesses and the. You know, he was,
I seen Angela Simmons and it kind of took the cake, so I was just...
That's his niece. You talking about Red Russia. It's out of control.
I said, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas back in the day said I look like Bow Wow. I said, hey, me and Bow got the same taste. I was rocking with Angela. Straight up, dog.
Hey, that's right. You see, that his daughter. That's Rev Run daughter.
Yeah, man.
Is Russell the dude in Bali?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got his own allegations.
Rev Run had the TV show on VH1 and all that shit, right?
On
MTV.
Yeah.
Got you.
Run's house.
Got you. Yeah, I was definitely on Angela body like that for sure.
And Vanessa,
she was like that.
The older sister was fine too. Yeah.
J. Cole got me on Angela.
For what did he do? Drop a line on her or something?
No,
he busted her?
In college.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Allegedly.
She been all over the place. Who she with? Gotti now?
Allegedly.
Who she with? Gotti now?
He said it a lot.
She with Gotti.
She done had the kids star. Now hold on, what the hell done happened up here?
I got a crush on Angela Simmons.
Wow. Yeah, man. The Diddy shit though, man. I didn't necessarily see it coming, but once I seen, and I don't even know if I necessarily was on the side of believing everything that was coming out, because it was pretty the norm for people to have victims come out and just throw things on people in power places. Yeah. Like, Nelly get tossed in that stuff sometimes. Chris Brown always get tossed. As far as like the rape stuff and, mess. You see even Justin Bieber. We see a lot of names. And so I was just thinking at the time it came out, this is just another one of the numbers. But after the Cassie stuff, bro, I was like, yeah, that's all I got to see, bro. You can't really believe another nigga at that point when you see, and maybe, because if you not to say any domestic violence is levels to it, but if you're pushing the girl versus kicking the girl, that is levels to me, what I'm seeing. You may be pushing the girl to kind of get a girl up off of you, but to attack her, that's different. And so after that, it's like, you really can't take anything from a cat mouth at that point. So, man. Man. So, not too sure what's going to happen with that, man. They gave Kels 20 years, so I would say it's upwards of that.
Yeah. Did they give him 20 years? I would be very interested to see, because they're probably going to try to keep him in there until the trial, because they do consider Diddy a flight risk or whatever. So I'm interested to see, once he goes through the trial, will he continue to be incarcerated? So I think that only time will tell with that.
Now, what you mean? Will he continue to be incarcerated? What do you mean?
So he's incarcerated now, but he hasn't had his trial yet.
Got you.
So I'm wondering, will he walk free after the trial, or will he stay incarcerated?
So let's go into.
I see that nigga definitely been incarcerated.
Can we go into what? So basically, in my opinion, because he sued Ciroc, right? And this is just some conspiracy shit. But normally when you are going against the powers that be, right? there are definitely some moves that are made behind the scenes to make sure that nigga shuts the hell up. I'm sorry about that.
Good.
That makes sure that nigga shuts the hell up. You get what I'm saying? So Ciroc is huge. You mean, let's get that wrong. And it didn't happen until after he started until he wanted that.
This nigga was getting like the Vanguard Award at the Grammy, all this shit. After that, though,
over with.
Yeah, they tap that ass on you now.
Over
Pause. It's time to put you down.
If you see TikTok deep dives, a lot of people feel like he didn't pay his Illuminati bill and all that kind of stuff. It's so many different conspiracies, but it's been people.
The Illuminati bill sounds crazy.
That's crazy.
Y'all watch
but makes so much
dives?
sense.
But you know what? You're right. TikTok has all the videos that dive deep. Like
They be finding
Charleston White. You ain't seen that stuff. If you go on TikTok, they gonna have Instagram on down. They don't try to put the exposure stuff out.
No.
TikTok
That
is
is
looking for you to be exposed.
TikTok culture.
That's why they banning that shit in January.
Right.
Do you think that's why they're getting that up out of here? Because it's exposing so much?
It's too
you have
much.
to understand
They can't control the content like
But
they can
you know
do
what
Meta,
about Will
Instagram.
Smith? He always sees all those
What? Memes and shit.
the memes. He addressed a couple of them, and it was recently a TikTok that says he's a part of this elite club where they have this underground. That's why you never see actors and stuff on the highway in LA because they have these underground tunnels.
Yeah, they said
And
that.
then he's listening to the TikTok, but he's sitting in
Underground
the car,
tunnels
sitting in
is
traffic. He's
diabolical.
like,
Well,
what tunnels are you talking about?
Elon Musk is building that shit right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's building that
What is
shit.
the purpose of the underground?
It's just for like the higher class, like the wealthy. You know what I mean? Like the elite, basically. I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be just for only
It's
celebrities.
like transportation or what?
Transportation, yeah. It's transportation, yeah. So it's
I'm
like
not against that. That's all.
it's like they throw you on it's like on almost a train
I'm not
track and you
against
just
that.
zip past. You zip past everything.
I mean, come on now. I'm not against that.
I ain't against nigga. If I was in the upper class, but like
on,
that
get
bracket
that,
or whatever,
get that too.
I'm on that shit.
No,
I'm on that
I think
shit.
It's more about worth, value, and what you bring.
Yeah, man. Speaking of all these cases, though, man, recently, man, it's been also alleged statements that came out that was associated with Jay-Z. They tied him to. Let me see what's going on with this bullshit on here, man. All right, man. So yeah, he was alleged to. Him along with Diddy was alleged to rape a 13-year-old.
That's crazy.
I believe, was it a VMA or after the?
It was after some awards.
Yeah, some award ceremony. Probably you had to be 21 and up. I would suppose liquor's there. But
So that
13,
was my first question.
Right.
We got 13-year-old.
That's crazy
Right?
work.
21 and up. How the fuck did that 13-year-old get in there?
My guess, it was probably a child star looking for, a certain opportunity, so that parents are willing to just throw. That's what they do, because the parents are in hopes of the child blooming, and the opportunity is being held from the powers that be, being the Jay-Z
So it's R. Kelly situation.
type of situation. Yeah, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Because what else would she
I
be
can see
doing?
it being real then.
Well, as of today, this
Sorry,
morning,
Jay.
The lawyer that's involved with that and her said that she did have herself. She said that she had some inconsistencies in her, I guess, recollection of the night it happened. Jay-Z, I haven't seen him this vocal in quite a bit of years.
This is some crazy allegations.
These are some crazy allegations. So on one end, it's just like, if you really didn't do this, I respect it. You coming out, you doing the right thing with the legal route. You're saying this is somebody, this is a man that's married. This is a man that's a father. This is a businessman. He's affiliated with a lot of stuff. I can't say what happened or didn't happen because I wasn't there. But at the same time, I feel like if somebody's saying these allegations about you, you have the right to, especially if it's alleged, you know what I'm saying? You have the right to come forward. You have the right to get lawyers. Whether you like Jay-Z or not is due process.
Right.
So
I rock with Jay, man. As an artist,
Where are people feeling? Like, where we
for me,
it's split with
when it
people
come
as
for
far
me,
as
when
time
it come to me, bro, I rock with Jay as an artist. I respect him as a businessman. I think he actually is putting out the blueprint.
Yeah.
But when it come to this shit, bro, like people in higher places and positions, bro, I'm at the space where it's like, bro, all this stuff can be what people are saying. I mean, it's just, you got to think, but when you look at, you know, the dealings he was dealing with, you just look around, like the women he had interest with that we knew with publicly were a lot of time were drastically younger than him. That just is what it is. Whether if I like Hov or not, that just is what it is. So this person right here could very much be in the same situation. Now, you talking about the struggles to recall what happened. I always think that's due to just, you know, I'm a higher power. I can tamper with the witness. I can threaten people. I can do all kind of stuff for people to have to not want to come out. If people was willing to die behind whatever they actually believe in and know what they saying is truth, right? Cats would be fearful of that. But people are not willing to die behind truth, though.
But can I say this also for people saying, for anybody, this is not just a Jay-Z thing. They're in this thing now where they want to rush victims to come forward. You cannot rush somebody to come forward for something traumatic that happened to them. Yeah. So I don't like this culture. Well, why did it take you 20 years? It's a lot of people. I have had older Black women that are 50 and up that have confided in me and said that was the first time they told somebody about their sexual assault. Because we have a culture where it's like what happens in this house stays in this house. So there, and men, I have spoken with men that have been SA'd and violated by men and women. So this whole thing
SA'd, what is it?
I say that
sexually assaulted?
Yeah, sexual assault. Especially when things are alleged and we don't have.
Got you.
You know, because I do believe in due process as well. So I don't, you know, whether people believe in it or not, I do believe in due process. These people are going to have their day in court.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I always want to be sensitive as a person that I was not ever raped, but I was molested. Okay. At 8 years old. So I am totally always with men and women who have dealt with that. I don't know if I ever said that publicly, but I just did. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that sat with me for a long time because it is the come in the room and hush and don't say nothing. It was a 17-year-old boy. I was 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? And though it didn't go all the way to more graphic things that happened to other people, that is something that shifted my view of men and trust and safety and everything and paranoia. It's a lot that comes with that. And it took me years to, I was probably 20 years old. I had given my life to Christ is when I finally told somebody about it. Wow. But it comes with that stain of people are going to know this happened to me. So I never want to take that from victims. But I also, when these alleged things, because a lot of things have come out where people have admitted that they lied on somebody and said that they did this because this happened. So that's why I'm saying due process. I think it's a balance. We need to hear people like Jay-Z out, but also if this woman is saying something happened to her, we need to hear her out as well. So I don't know. It's a balance. So people want you to choose.
And from my understanding, T, so what you're saying is basically that we have to differentiate the opportunists versus the people that are actually really going. Because some people
just
are
hear them
being
out.
opportunists, though.
There's a lot of those for sure.
They're only taking advantage of the situation.
Now, some people, it's overwhelming truth, right? We know those people. A lot of those are incarcerated. We know their names, right? We've already kind of brought a lot of them up. But a lot of these other allegations right now are alleged.
I hear you. That's a good take.
I heard that. That's a good take. No, that was real shit right there. That was real shit right there. Yeah, man. I don't know what the date is for Diddy situation. Yeah. But the Jay-Z stuff seems like it's gonna be an ongoing thing. I know what was it? A Mufasa movie that came out that they was
It's coming out.
Is it out? I'm gonna say it's not out because I'm gonna be there.
They had the premiere. Are you talking about when Blue Ivy was there in the dress and everything?
Is she a voiceover for somebody?
Yeah, she's a voiceover in there, and I think so is Beyonce and Mufasa. Yeah.
Is she Nyla? No, this is Mufasa, so she'll be Mufasa's wife. Sarabi, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but I know Blue Ivy has a voice role in here, and she looked absolutely stunning.
People were hating on that dress.
Yeah, a lot of people. Some people were not And they were saying that she looked overly sexualized, and I was like, people were weird. That girl looked gorgeous.
No, she looked really presentable.
She looked presentable. She looked classy. Her hair looked beautiful. But this is the thing with Blue Ivy, real quick. This girl has been bullied by the internet literally since she was born, and it's absolutely disgusting. That girl is gorgeous, and she is innocent. Leave that girl alone.
We are back in the building, and I'm feeling like $1 million. I could pull up on something right now. All right, man. This edit is gonna be fucking crazy. We doing all kind of shit,
Man, that's cool, man. We flowing. It's the end of the year.
We flowing. Are you good?
Man, calm down, boy. Damn.
All right, man. Yeah, we back live though, man. Man, it's been so much on the docket, but you know, we couldn't do a end of the year recap without mentioning the infamous, what is now known as the greatest rap beef of all time.
All times, hands down.
You know what I'm saying?
I have to laugh.
Now hold on.
I have to laugh.
What's known as the greatest rap beef of all time? Dang, you laughing at that, TC?
I think to say the greatest rap beef of all time. I guess I don't want to sound old, but I guess I sound old. This was entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but when you say greatest, when you got records like Hit 'Em Up and No Vaseline,
we gonna get into it.
I don't know, Ether. I don't know, man. Talk to me.
We gonna get into it, but if you don't know what we talking about, we definitely talking about the Kendrick versus Drake. That was ignited. I guess you can say it's been brewing for over a decade.
Oh, it's been brewing a long time.
I think first person shooter mode kind of was the precedent of the rap beef. Mm-hmm. And then months later, you get Like That, where Kendrick was like, fuck all that big three shit.
It's big me.
It's big me.
Woo.
And that was a shot at both J. Cole and Drizzy.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit of a unique situation for the Cole and Kendrick relationship. As we've seen it unfold uniquely, with Cole seeming like he didn't want to, pull out the AR or
he pulled out the AR.
Step fully on the gas.
Diddy though.
I feel like Cole really feels like Kendrick is his little bro.
What? Wait.
In a sense of their relationship personally, not career wise. But I that's the sense. Like, I feel like that's what he feels.
Kendrick is 37, right?
I'm not sure of the age. I'm just saying
40 in January.
Yeah, Cole 18. Is up there.
Cole is older than Kendrick? I didn't know that.
28th, not 13th.
Okay.
28th.
Yeah, but I feel like it was kind of like that. If not that, they definitely have a closer relationship than Drake and Kendrick versus the Kendrick and Cole relationship. And that makes sense. They've always seemed to be similar in their music. Mm-hmm. When you look at their labels, Dreamville and TDE, very close knitted. They have similar rosters, similar artists that represent the label. Yeah. Drake is very more diverse, widespread. Got people like Party Next Door. Got people like what's my boy name? Smiley. He has
He's
the other nigga
for sure.
Yeah, he's a little different. You know what I mean? As far as his, I would say his entourage is definitely more like brotherhood. Like, I've heard people almost say it seemed like a mafia when you walk into the OVO family. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we talking about, man. The reason I say it's the greatest rap beef of all time.
Please tell me, because
when you look at how many, when you look at. We gonna get into that, but when you look at the amount of music, right, just off of how many diss records and rounds and exchanges of music we got, I've never seen another rap battle go to this extent. At minimum, I want to say it was at least 4 each. Off top, you got if you still counting first person shooting mode like that, that's one of each. You got Push Ups, Euphoria, Tailor Made. 616. I forgot that.
616 in LA.
In LA.
Meet the Grams.
You got Meet the Grams. You got Family Matters.
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us. You got
Heart Kendrick right now.
You got Drake Heart Part 6. It was so many records that I feel like, and Meet the Grams actually was the one I kind of went ballistic over. Though the infamous, the whole daughter thing, but being it was fed information.
Yeah.
But if it was true, that was the one that I really was like. But back to my point as to why I think it was, one of the, I would say the greatest for sure. Also because you have A-list versus A-list.
That's true.
So when you think about some of the other rap beasts, it may not be
Nas versus
staring at
AZ.
each other in the eyes. I would say, I don't know.
Ice Cube went up against NWA. That was pretty much.
So the reason why I would say
that was pretty.
He went up against a bunch of cats. And
right.
who was left?
But you have to understand
Like,
that the
four of them
aspect
against
of that they were coming back to back
in
to back.
You know what? The internet also exaggerated everything that we experienced in this rap beef too.
Yeah.
Like in real time. Like back in the day, you would have to wait till things were broke by certain platforms.
Which made it just.
It did.
The experience was just different. No, I was thoroughly entertained. Like it was great. After a while, I was like, okay, all right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I think for me, just being such a 80s, 90s fan, I just feel like I've seen more exciting beefs. But this was good. This was a good one.
More exciting than this?
If you had to rank, if you had to rank,
we talking about vicious. We're talking about vicious. Do I need to rap some of the lyrics from these other songs?
Well, let's just think about if you had to rank it, like where would you give me your top three? Let's just top
respect.
three. How would you order it? Top 3 rap beefs.
No particular order.
No, you can do particular order.
I think
Okay.
order matters.
For me that I have witnessed, okay, looking back now at the Ja Rule and 50 Cent thing, it's crazy. We didn't even. Ja Rule gave us all them hits, and 50 just came and embarrassed that man. But Ja Rule's doing well. He's getting ready to go on a tour, so great for him.
With Nelly.
Who?
With Nelly.
Yeah, with Nelly, Eve, and Fabulous, and the St. Lunatics. So it's like a bunch of them. I don't think they come to St. Louis, so hopefully they add that date. But yeah, that was one that was viral before, the internet. And then also for me, coming up, NWA versus Ice Cube, when one man could take on a whole group. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't diss them when he left. So when they dissed him on 100 Miles and Running, he came back and literally embarrassed all of them, including Jerry Heller. So that to me was iconic. And then the viciousness of Hit 'Em Up, even though they didn't necessarily, some people say Who Shot You in different songs was Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But Hit 'Em Up, when you hear it, and the viciousness, when you say, my fofo gonna make sure all your kids don't grow.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just some things he said in there, claiming to sleep with somebody's wife.
Yeah.
Then he dissed at the time his alleged side woman, and with Lil' Kim, he talking about some bad boy. He said, y'all as a whole motherfucking label, staff, and crew. It was just things I've seen a little bit. And then, of course, Ether with
Jay-Z
Jay and
Nas.
It's just more that I have seen. But I do get why this is so big. But
And
the
that's
biggest
the key.
player in this is the internet.
But you can't. Okay, so I don't think that that's fair to say. Okay, the biggest thing is the internet. Well, at the same time, hip hop has grown, right? Hip hop has matured and grown, right? So hip hop reaches a lot more people than it did in the 90s. Would you agree or disagree?
As far as sales, I don't know. Say your point.
So hip hop is now the number one genre in the world. That's a fact, right? So when you add that, and then you add
Numbers of this year.
that's
Go
a
ahead.
fact,
Yeah.
though.
Okay,
That's
go-
a
keep
real
going,
fact.
keep going.
On the consumption level for sure, yeah.
That's my point, right? So when you put that in, then you have Drake, who is number 2, but also the biggest, like one of the biggest, biggest people that biggest. What I'm trying to say, consumers that they take in. Come on, y'all, follow me, right? Then you have to take that into consideration when it comes to that. And then you also have, like he said, another A-list artist as Kendrick Lamar. So this is not Nas. Nas only had one album that was a classic at that time.
to
right?
you. But keep going.
Let's hear him out.
I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
I hear you though. All right, so we have Kendrick, who at the time, by that time, had like 4, maybe 5. I don't know how people feel about the last.
Yeah, Kendrick
album.
is in my book at the time where this beef started. He was already a top 10 lock.
Oh yeah,
That's all I'm
Kendrick
saying.
is-
Yeah, he's after that.
Uniform.
Go ahead.
So understanding that aspect of it, streams, all these numbers can tell that intel that this is the biggest, right? You know what I'm saying? You have to take that into consideration and sit there and say, okay, it's not just because of the internet. It is because of their profile and the work that they put in, their discography, right?
Okay.
And that this has been bubbling up for, because I don't think anybody's beef has been bubbling up for this long. We got a decade of beef that has been bubbling up, inhaled, and then finally released. So everybody's been waiting for this, right, to happen. And then on top of that, the way that it was presented is diabolical. We got a person that come out baiting a nigga in. All right, hey, do your thing. And I'm with him. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. But he got baited in. And then once he baited the guy in, that guy came back. And this is irony. Back to back to back to back on his ass, right?
And got a number one record out
And
of
then
it.
on top of that guy went back to back on his ass too, right? So now we have two people that are very mainstream in hip hop and in the world colliding.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it's not.
I would. It's. I mean, I don't think we've ever. One being
Not to this magnitude.
Drake is, in many eyes, is a pop star, right?
Michael Jackson status.
That so
I'm saying
happens to be just as
Don't get me
gifted,
started.
talented with the pen as the top lyricist in the rap industry.
Put respect on the name.
And so I don't think rap ever seen anybody bigger than Drake.
I haven't.
Just to be quite frankly.
Have you?
I haven't.
Have
I don't
you?
think anybody's been bigger than Drake.
I'm gonna let
Then
Will
Drake.
finish.
When the only person you could put in front of him is Taylor Swift, you know, that's like saying whoever was second after Mike at that time in his era, right? And so with that, look, I know she want to go on a whole different path with that.
I'm not. My love for Mike, I'm gonna take it out of this. I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that is a huge piece as to why I'm saying this is one of the greatest. This is the greatest rap beef of all time. The amount, the stature of the participants in it, the amount of music, like I said before, and a record like Not Like Us, you won't be able to tell the story of hip hop without mentioning that. In the moment that, you know, it's what the foreseeable future holds is that being performed on the stage of the Super Bowl, a diss record of that stature, that's never been done.
Biggest the Super Bowl.
You're calling somebody a pedophile. And it's going to be plastered and championed by millions.
Yeah.
That just takes the cake for me. You know what I mean? Like when you have things like that, it's unmatched. And like I said, we won't be able to tell the story of hip hop without mentioning Not Like Us. Do I think it's the best song? Do I love it? I actually don't. I think it was a bigger moment than it actually is impressive as far as music. But Kendrick has now mastered the art of making moments. He used to lack this, having quotables, having things that people like to.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think for him, it's a good thing because that was the one element in his music that he lacked. Moments and quotables that people can all celebrate
And remember.
and people were, and that's one of the most replay value. That's probably his highest replay value record in his discography, easily. It's not even a question. And you know, I just feel like he mastered that. It's not a reflection of what I think he is as an artist. But hey, this is where the music in the era of entertainment is, honestly, making moments. Moments, that's what I said earlier on one of my reactions. I said moments trump music. That's what it's about. Moments trump music.
You remember that when no, I'm sorry, brother, but you remember when what's his name? Elliot, he was talking about
Elliot Wilson?
Elliot Wilson and Drake. they had that interview in 2013 when Nothing
Right,
Was
right
the Same
on.
that came out. Yep.
Yeah.
And they were talking about moments with him comparing to Drake, and he was like, Drake was like, this is irony for me. And when he was like, Kendrick only is good for moments, but it's ironic to me because I do think moments, like I said, is most memorable. Not saying that Drake don't have a lot of memorable moments. It's just the impact that and how Kendrick does it is a lot more impactful. So you think about All Right, right? Like All Right was huge for the community. You think about Not Like Us. No, you think about Like That.
I give you another moment. Moment like the Control verse.
Woo!
It set the industry and the rap game on fire. Like, you know, I'm not the biggest person in name dropping. Like, I don't necessarily like when people kind of get their claim to viralness or being in front and center by name dropping. I think you can do that just off of just the quality of your music alone.
Yeah.
Kendrick has a way with that though. He's mastered it. He's using it to his advantage.
Yes.
But you can't be mad at him because he already has the other half that a lot of artists that do that stuff don't have, which is the discography. He dang near has 3.5 classics. If you take Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, and the rest of his catalog for that half, I mean, that's 3.5 classics. We could talk about GNX. I
love it. I've been playing it like crazy.
Yeah, I have a lengthy explanation on, you know, my disconnect with just West Coast music in itself. But I think it resonates with a certain audience. I just wasn't a part of that audience. But no, Kendrick has mastered the art of just knowing how to create moments and capitalizing on that.
But he does it now consistent.
He does. He's been.
Is it a moment?
He definitely in his bag. I think he what?
What was that?
I'm trying to think of that one song where he had all them heads in the video and his head was on.
Oh, Hard Part 5.
Part 5.
No.
That was it.
Like a big song, and it was like a whole bunch of people, like a crowd around him. Like
Be humble.
Humble.
Yeah. Be humble. Hold up.
Yeah, that was like that was his major hit coming out party for sure.
But so my thing
tired
is
of the
the
Photoshop.
reason why I'm saying this is pointing more towards impact of what we were talking about was why this is the biggest. It's because of the moments, the different moments within this single beef. That was it.
I do think that this is a big one. It's just not the biggest for
you,
Tina.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I cannot be like, okay, y'all, it's the biggest. It's not. I have yet to hear a vicious, disrespectful diss tracks that were better than No Vaseline and Hit 'Em Up in my brain.
I feel that.
Not like Us.
I can only respect
As
it.
soon as I heard it, I text a friend. I said, "This is the one," because when you have a diss track, that people can dance to, that will go viral on TikTok. I knew when I heard they was like, "This song sucks. It's too West Coast. It's too this." I said, "That's what's gonna make it work." And they called me crazy. And when it went #1, they literally screenshot Billboard.com and it was like,
Damn,
Tina, you was right.
Yeah.
And it was like an unbiased thing because people know I think Drake is iconic. I think he is great, but I don't have that connection to him that a lot of my friends do. And I think that's okay. That's just my preference. You know what I'm saying? I prefer Kendrick a little bit more, but I'm always fair in rap battles because I'm a hip hop fan. So I think this one goes top 5, top 10, but it's not quite in my top. I like to always say 4 randomly.
What is it? You said top 4?
Yeah. Top 5, top 10.
I say top 4 about everything. It's like an inside joke with me and Amber. I don't do top 3s or 5s. I always say top 4. It's so weird. But I do think this one will go down in history for sure. I just think I don't necessarily have the connection that other people might have to it.
I feel that.
So the aftermath of the beef, man, obviously I think most people came away and gave the dub to Drizzy Drake Rogers. I still know a few people that give it to Drizzy.
The aftermath, what?
The aftermath of the beef as far as like where people kind of scored it.
I haven't heard too many Drake. I guess we got two different timelines.
Yeah, well, I'm in like 50 different IG chats.
Yeah.
But
like he got dubbed,
or he lost.
No, like he got the W. One being, I believe.
I haven't heard that from anybody.
Well, I think people are taking out some of the gas that I feel, we'll get into it later, that I feel like was put behind Not Like Us.
Okay.
What Drake is kind of claiming in the lawsuits being that he felt like it was different contributors gassing and exaggerating the popularity and how many times it was getting streamed. I think people actually subscribe to that belief. But who do we feel sits atop at the throne after where the beef is right now? I don't know. I gave the dub. Me personally, I gave the dub to Kendrick.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do know people that give it to Drake. They kind of credit it to Family Matters. I do agree with the comment or the sentiment that Family Matters was the best record out of all the records that came out in the disc, both from Kendrick and Drake, is the best record. Family Matters is the best record when we're talking about the quality of the music. The biggest record, Not Like Us. The quality, Family Matters for sure. Yeah. What he did on Family Matters was just...
I totally disagree with that.
It was just... Well, what do you have as the favorite? The best record in the actual beef?
If we want to...
Really
so my
Euphoria.
16, right. 616 in L.A. He killed. Euphoria he killed.
We saying what is the best record out of
Best record? That's
beat
my
Meek
point.
Mill.
This is my point. Like, this is literally my point. He does, and I listen to Drake so much more than Kendrick.
y'all definitely
bro.
Drake
Like
fans,
from a
supporters.
mile. Like I listen to Drake so much more.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Yeah.
But I can't be.
Well,
I
what's
can't be
the one
biased.
you coming away with saying is the best, I guess, Kendrick record or the one?
The reason why I'm saying all these records is because they were that good to me when it came to like breaking this man down.
Yeah.
From how he did it, not strategically. From when he put out Euphoria, when Drake was saying everything that he said, right? Then he put out 616 in LA. How he hit him with that, and then Drake put out whatever he put out. I can't even remember when he put out what he put out, and then he hit his ass with Meet the Grams, and then after that hit him with Not Like Us.
The only thing I give, the main thing I give Kendrick.
I'm sorry, but you can't sit here and say there was no substance to any of that. He broke him down psychologically.
I think Kendrick. I think Kendrick to me was a lot of times redundant. He kept just mentioning the same things. There was no new information that was being brought forward.
Okay.
From record to record.
Okay.
And I feel like the Not Like Us record, the pedophile.
That ain't
claim-
what ring the most to me though.
That's what's ringing globally though, right? That's the record that's getting spun.
I don't think.
But
I think
is it
he
not
broke
getting?
No, but I don't heard like
with what he
so
said
much-
about.
like if you
Kendrick
ask me,
being
bro, when I've
wife beater.
when I've had the conversations about the records, the Not Like records is the one that is being talked about. I don't even have in-depth conversations about Euphoria. I don't have in-depth conversations about 616 in LA. I don't have any in-depth conversations about Meet the Grams.
It was everything.
It was
in
Not
depth.
Like Us, the one that took the cake. Now,
Every single thing was in depth on his character.
I'm talking about people are not presenting that record to me.
And I'm what I'm saying for me, bro, because I'm a true listener when it comes to lyrics and things of that nature, bro. I'm listening to what they're saying, and all I'm saying is Kendrick did more than break him down about being a pedophile.
But show you the
But
light.
did that actually take the cake? What actually took
For
the cake
me,
is the
because
pedophile, the A minor.
me-
That was the moment.
For me,
I'm telling you right now why he won.
But for me, it was not the pedophile. It was how he did it. It was one, he broke him down scientifically. He broke him down as a person. He was able to use different elements in
But the
his life.
stuff that he was breaking down, if you ask anybody that's a Drake stan, I think that was known information.
I know Drake.
If it's anything
lyrics.
about him being corny, if it's anything
didn't
about
say
him,
he said so much
If it's
more.
anything about him saying like he don't like him saying nigga, he don't like how he walk, he don't like. I look at Drake as everything Kendrick was saying.
More than that. Though.
Well, give me the other things that I'm missing that I'm not naming.
That was so. My thing is, he was talking about more on the mental level of his self identity, how he tries to prove himself to people, how he changes who he is, and how he presents himself different with different characters, bro.
But when
what that means when you have an identity issue, you get what I'm saying, bro. And when you break somebody down to that, and then address your parents and say, this is why you were like this. This is why you were like this. That really takes things to another level.
But I think
that probably will go above a lot of people's head in the world. Because they're not looking for that. They're looking for the pedophile. But for me,
I don't think people are in love with the person of Drake though. So when you present that information, that's not really hitting hard
to me, that's real battle rap.
Well, it's not. Well, you got to think of the consumers.
What are you grading it by? What everybody else think about? Like what?
I'm saying me personally. Like I've been a person that's saying I love Drake the artist and saying at the same time I don't know if Drake would be my homeboy, based off of the things that I've seen how he moves, some of the things that Kendrick outlined about him, all that's cool. But I'm a person that separates the music from the actual individual. He's a great artist. In my book, he's the greatest artist. Right. I never said he was a great individual. I never said he was somebody I look at and identify, and he influenced me on my way of life. Right? So when I'm looking at the music,
what are we talking about? I just want to make sure we on the same page when it comes to.
So when you outline all the stuff that Kendrick broke down when it came to Kendrick as him as an individual, they didn't hit home to me because these were things that were known information to me and my own thoughts that I thought about him.
So it's Kendrick or
about Drake.
Okay.
The things that seem like he's exposing something that like we didn't see because he had to take the mask off of what we see Drake as. I see Drake as Aubrey, and then I see Drake as Drake, and those are two different people.
Right, but
now if you
battle,
right, it's a battle.
So battle rap, I don't think there's no separation, is it?
There's no separation.
What you mean?
It's no. I don't think when it comes to a
no, hold on. If you're talking about
take it back to Meek and Drake.
If you're talking about battle rap versus rap beef, those are two different things. We're talking about the reason being is because it's a business. Rap battle and rap beef versus battle rap, meaning like the guys that are in like Smack, URL. If y'all are seeing y'all are grading them on that type of scale, that's not how I'm looking at this. Because it's a business at a high.
Maybe we looking at it. Maybe we looking at it differently because I feel like when you in a rap beef and a rap battle, your job is to expose that other person,
right?
In a lyrical way where you're doing both your lyrical ability and you also talking your ish about them. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I'm not saying you don't do that. I'm saying the guys that are being portrayed in rap battle a lot of times align more closely to street culture than guys that are in actually the rap business, rap industry, entertainment. A lot of the guys that you see that are doing battle rap, somebody like a Sue Surf has done bids and doing bids currently, right? Somebody like Drake, he's a guy that's never been in a house of court. So I'm not looking at him like, hey, he should be a real nigga. He should be as real as these guys that's on the block or on the street. I'm not looking at that like that. He's obviously a guy that grew up on the grass. He's biracial. He's a Jewish guy. That the reason that he blew up is because of all those factors I just said. So I'm not gonna grade him on somebody I look at like a Hitman Holla, A-Verb, or Sue Surf. That's totally two different worlds to me. Okay. A lot of those guys have not much to lose compared to somebody like Drake. We talking somebody that's signing deals that's upwards of 400 mil. So you can't think he's gonna deal with rap beef in the same manner that these guys on URL
he shouldn't enter it at all.
I'm not saying he shouldn't enter it. I'm saying he should.
I'm just saying. I'm confused because where was the energy when he was the one beating Meek Mill? I just some of the narratives and this is why I have.
Well, Meek ain't throw no pedophile claim out on him. That's why when you don't have hard reason. So no, here's the thing.
But he embarrassed that man. I don't know. I'm kind of lost.
What do you mean he embarrassed?
Listen, word, it ain't making sense, bro. And this is why I'm gonna say it.
Tell me where you lost that. Let me see what you're talking about.
I don't agree. You get what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying because what you're pointing out is more of the pedophile. And then you're trying to separate
because there's no hard receipts.
Listen to me. You're trying to.
But
there was no hard receipt that Kendrick.
If you take out the pedophile,
if you listen to Kendrick music, he hints at these things. He's gave us things that says somebody can make claims near this.
But we have videos that they have on TikTok, deep dives of Drake doing weird stuff as well. So that's why I'm trying to.
Him talking to somebody that was on train. But what are we talking about where he's a pedophile? If he has a relationship with a child star on a hit TV show, and you're equating that to being pedophilia,
I think it's a little biased.
That's not,
and that's okay.
No, that's no bias. No, I'm not.
I think it's a little biased.
I'm not. There's no bias in this.
With the Drake.
I'm saying the pedophile thing is one thing where you like if you have nothing else to throw on somebody's name, this will do something to damage him entirely for the rest of his career. So it seems like I have no other cards to pull, so I'm going to throw something on him that's going to damage him whether I win or lose, which would happen. Mm-hmm. You saying this person has been domestic violent with his wife, and you have evidence and things that are hinting at this in your music is not a far reach, because you have honestly been honest about this in your music.
But Drake has things in his music that hint at him being inappropriate with young children as well. If he
inappropriate or having relationships with.
If he has
inappropriate or having relationships,
no, if you having relationships with a child star on a hit TV show and it's going to help both brands, that's business.
If he says on a song Sierra Canyon, which is a private school from kindergarten to 12th grade, looking like Magic City parking lot, what the hell does that mean?
That's inappropriate.
Because
that's inappropriate.
That's
Sierra
if you want to
Canyon looking like Magic City parking lot.
Okay, what is your take on that?
That's not.
Explain what you mean by why that being something that's leading to him being. I said hard receipts, right? Pedophilia is something that you throw on somebody's name that is a last resort when you have nothing else to throw on somebody's name. So if you're going to do that, then you have to give me something that Kendrick presented. And this, hold on, let me finish. Give me something. Hold on, let me finish. Give me something that.
Well, let's just stay there.
You're not trying to let me finish.
Where's the hard evidence presented of Kendrick?
Yeah. There's no evidence, so we have to. You would have to.
No, I'm saying pedophilia. If y'all are putting pedophilia in the same realm as domestic violence, then that's where we differ. Because I don't.
What did you say earlier about the Diddy video? That it was absolutely disgusting.
That's hard evidence though.
No, but I'm just saying, what is the difference?
It's hard evidence.
Both of them are disgusting.
For me, I don't.
Because it's hard. Because it's
abuse.
It's an actual.
Those are extremely.
But what is the parallel?
Violent.
What is the parallel for Drake with the video that you're saying that is?
They're both.
That's not the same at all.
Insinuating.
That's nowhere remotely
violent
close.
Behavior.
No. One is evidence in its proof. The other one is just I'm just shooting at the wall hoping something sticks.
What's the evidence and proof?
So this is
from Diddy, the video of him beating Cassie.
So what about everything else that Kendrick said about Drake?
That's my thing. So that's my point.
And him being
listen, because they both
jealous
listen.
of Kendrick, him
right.
being a liar, him being a sore
they
loser,
both have
him
said
using
exactly.
I agree. Only when it's in his advance. Like it's so much other stuff that Kendrick said about Aubrey Drake Graham that I think sticks. This is my.
But that's not what. But we're talking about what one. We're talking. Hold on. Let me finish this, bro. We're talking about what. Because at that point, was people running around saying Kendrick won this beef? Not at all. What won the beef was not like. Hold on. I don't want us to get away from saying what won the beef. If you think it was whatever it was in 616 and Euphoria, that's false. What I'm saying is true. Hold on. You're talking about specifically for you. Okay. We got to be objective. What won this beef was not like us. It was a big moment. That's clear and factual.
I think most people was like that. What's the record like this? Whatever the record is.
Started the beef. That's not true at all. That's the start of the beef.
I'm saying.
Whoa. Pause.
So
are we saying it this way? Are we saying like, so look, let's think about Pusha T. Pusha T said, you are hiding a child. That was the only reason that nigga won.
Yeah.
Same thing, similar to how Not Like Us,
I get
the A minor pedophile situation.
But look.
The record actually, because if you listen to Story Addy, that was not great.
I got a point.
Okay, go ahead, let him rock.
So, do you agree with that? The only reason that Pusha T won was because that he said that you are hiding a child.
Informational moment, yes.
But when it come to Duppy freestyle, that nigga,
he bodied that nigga. If you looking at record versus record, it's a body.
That nigga Drake was breaking that nigga down.
So Pusha T won that because of the moment. Are you saying?
I said moments. I said that already. Moments.
Go ahead.
Trump music. I said that.
No. He broke that nigga down. It could be
Didn't
true,
matter though,
or it could be not true. I feel that he won. Why? Because he broke that nigga down.
It didn't matter.
But it didn't matter though, did it?
It did. Obviously, we know who won that.
So now we're finna go back to this present time. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So Kendrick, he said pedophile, but along with pedophile, this nigga says so much more. And also, these are different factors of why he won. I'm about to hit you back with many factors of why he won. He went back to back and broke his ass down back to back. Not only with pedophile. Yes or no? Just is that yes or no? So he didn't. Come on,
I'm
bro.
saying
you gotta be more.
I'm being objective, bro. I'm being 100. I was fully engulfed into this rap beef from record to record.
So he wasn't breaking them down.
He was breaking them down, but it wasn't.
You just told me that Meet the Grams was your favorite one by him.
And I said what debunked that is that he was fed false information about the daughter. That debunked everything that I gave that record.
What? But he didn't. But before that, 616.
What about?
And then Euphoria.
What about it?
He broke this nigga down. He broke his character down.
That is for you, bro. I'm telling you, those records were not.
Why do you think everybody is really tripping off of because he's a pedophile?
Nigga, or you were on the internet or not?
So
what the hell are we talking about? Y'all are being. Y'all must be in the underworld if y'all don't.
That's the only reason.
That is the prominent reason. 616 and Euphoria were not the records that won this beef for Kendrick. That is factual on all parameters.
So okay, and that's done. I'm gonna use that.
That's just facts.
So he used the same method as Drake.
And what are you talking about? He used what maker?
As hitting the punchline.
He hit him in a punch. You talking about on Not Like Us?
Yes.
Yes, it was a moment.
But he did so much more than Drake.
But I'm saying, if you were tracking this record by record.
Listen, on the Family Matters, Drake hit everybody.
He did.
Yes or no?
He did.
He didn't really attack
the first and the last portions or segments of that record.
What did he say about Kendrick, though, that was diabolical enough for him to really take it by a lance, or just to take it?
It was just all around a better record. The one thing that he definitely said on the last segment of that record is how if this nigga says anything, basically hand this guy a Grammy. That sentiment resonated with mostly everybody globally. Because if you look at somebody like him, how many nominations he got for records that we feel like doesn't deserve how many ever nominations he's got? Mm-hmm. He has probably, I think, the third most wins in Grammys in hip hop as rappers of all time.
Yes.
But he drops what? Every 5 years? That math don't math right. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was the record for record, bro.
That's another conversation. But I hear you, and at this point, I'm gonna disagree to agree. Because
that's a minority opinion.
Agree to disagree. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
If you believe this battle was won off of based off of what I'm getting from you, records outside of Not Like Us.
It was substance. It was lyrics. It was the breakdown. It was the
but your emphasis of why you think this battle was won.
But I told you exactly what it was.
Your battle, why you think your reasoning as to why you think this battle was won has more to do with things outside of Not Like Us.
And I would say everything that matters.
Well, I will say this.
Most people like you is in a minority audience. I'm telling you, bro.
Then that's even worse.
I'm telling you, I have a video up right now, bro, with probably over 300 comments with niggas saying this is the record that done them off. Tell me at the time, do you feel like if Not Like Us never dropped, we would have had a glaring, convincing win at this point?
I think he still would have won.
I'm saying, no, would it be as convincing as it is now, though? Would it be where it is right now?
He used yes. And no. Listen.
That's why this nigga stopped dropping diss records, bro. Because why did he not stop? Why did he not keep dropping diss records?
Well, we finna segue. Watch this, and this is the perfect segue.
Why didn't he keep on dropping records?
This. I'm finna segue this.
Go ahead.
So the problem with this is for me is, bro, Kendrick used Drake's same technique and strategy against him. Mm-hmm. And same thing as why he is suing is why I don't agree with it.
Well, what you think
he's suing somebody. He's suing somebody for the reason of using the same system that's the only reason why I disagree with him suing. Right?
I don't disagree with him at all suing.
No, hear me out. Just and I feel you. I'm not mad at him, but I just be like, wrong timing. I feel like, nigga, why? Like you only doing this because you lost, my nigga.
No.
You only doing this because you lost. And I love Drizzy.
Yeah.
I think he's
Kendrick
used.
won the battle.
I don't think he's
don't
only
think
Can I break it
won
down
the
even
war
more?
yet.
Can I break it down even more? Mm-hmm. So, okay, you want to add business into it. Great.
Been
All
about
right.
business.
So we got to renegotiate some deals. I get it. I get all that. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, the only reason you have to renegotiate some deals is because your opposition used your technique against you and did checkmate. So in this aspect, now what you've been doing, right, Drizzy, I love you to death. But even though what you've been doing, Drizzy, right? All right, I'm finna announce to you, everybody, because y'all are using exactly what I do normally, right, against me, and it's just not fair.
Nah, that's not what that is about, bro.
Break it down. No. Because
if you're talking about,
let him break it down. I need to understand your point.
First of all, as far as a quality and caliber artist, Drake and
quality and caliber.
Drake and Kendrick is in a similar realm.
Hold on. But quality and caliber.
Okay. Well, what are you asking right there?
Are you quality?
I'm trying to go into what I'm saying.
Because
I'm a huge segue.
No. The segue was into
well, because that's a part of the record.
Yeah, it was into the suing.
I know.
Yeah.
So when we talk about suing, right, and we talk about quality and caliber, Kendrick takes his 4 to 5 years of putting out, I do believe, quality projects when he dissects, reflects, therapy, whatever he needs to do, and then he expresses, right? Drake holds it more to, I have a quota and a goal to reach in order for me to get to a next goal. So he collaborates. He looks at what the temperature of the atmosphere is when it comes to hip hop, and he chameleons.
Yeah, I just think that's a trendy thing to say. Yeah, bro, because I mean, if I ask you, what do you give the grade of a Her Loss? What are you telling me?
I love Her Loss.
Okay, so why we think he's just playing the
that's
numbers?
That's not what I'm talking about.
But these are the records that are coming out doing the stints where you're saying, I'm just doing this to fulfill a deal. Is Her Loss is just something?
Can I be real with you of what I fuck with in Her Loss?
Well, just tell me.
I don't fuck with a lot.
Tell me about the record though.
I don't fuck with a lot.
So why'd you say you love it then?
I love it because I love about 5 songs.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense. You ain't being consistent in your opinion right now.
I feel that.
When you say you love something, you don't just love 5 records.
Listen, this is real shit. I love the Rich Flex. I love what he's doing. I understand the business moves. I agree with
I'm just talking about the music. I don't even talk about the business, just the music.
When he gets back in his bag, when it comes to lyrics, when it gets to him singing and doing what I normally fuck with him doing, but when he talks in a certain context that I don't feel, I know he's not about, I can't feel him, bro.
Well, let me just say,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Let me just say this right now.
I don't rock.
That's a minority opinion. Her Loss around the globe.
Fan opinion, bro.
And I'm just telling you, the reception of Her Loss is not like it's a bad album or how you're trying to downgrade it to be. I'm just telling you. So if I was to tell you, let me just ask you this: what do you say when it's Her Loss versus What a Time to Be Alive? What a Time to Be Alive?
Way bigger.
Okay, and What a Time to Be Alive in many eyes was one of them ones.
Right.
And so if Her Loss trumps that is an upgrade. This is her What a Time to Be Alive came out doing when? 2015, when If You Read This Too Late. This is the classic era of Drake. You're saying take it back. So if Her Loss trumps the era in a record that came out during the time where we say this is prime Drizzy, okay, he's still producing great actual albums. And he's not just throwing away records to fulfill a deal. Her Loss is one of them ones. We just went over how we graded it towards something where people said, this is a great album, What a Time to Be Alive. For the Dogs, one of them ones as well.
I don't agree.
It was the most streamed album in 2024, and it didn't even come out in 2024.
I personally don't agree.
And you don't have to agree. I'm just giving you what's objective, and it doesn't reflect the personal opinion.
You're talking about numbers.
But this is consumption.
Yes.
So it's a bigger reflection and representation of what the world believes about these records. Right. People like to live in a space where it's like, okay, my opinion must resonate with everybody. It's not true.
So this is where I disagree at. And this is what to me matters is culture. There you go. You get what I'm saying? And we're
when you say culture, define it. What do you mean?
I mean hip hop culture. People that actually are from culture. People that actually are involved and really can connect to culture. Right? So that's something that he indulges in. You get what I'm saying? I can't say because he is such a pop artist, you're measuring it up to a pop status when hip hop, normal hip hop, like regular hip hop, is not that.
Well, he broke the seal of it's crazy how we try to
one out of like 1,000.
But it's crazy how we try to like the statue. But hold on.
We being real.
The stat you gave earlier, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop is the biggest genre in music.
It is, bro. It is.
But yet we try to penalize somebody, the person singularly that took it to where you said the biggest genre in the world, because it's when it comes to his music, it's not identifying solely or so much with the culture as others.
You know, I mean,
that's crazy.
I'm gonna give you an example. All right, if I'm in a room with, say, y'all are of culture, right, and then I have people that just are a fan but don't fully understand and they're not engulfed, they have not experienced culture. Who am I going to take more? Who am I going to listen to more and take heed to more?
You're going to identify with the people that's from the culture.
That's literally my whole point.
But I'm saying, but that's not.
I can't take it.
That's not a. But when you look at the numbers of who consume our music, it doesn't reflect culture.
But that also.
Even when you look at Kendrick, if you go to a Kendrick concert, my guy, it's gonna be more white faces in the audience. I'm gonna tell you a thing. That's not exclusive to Drizzy.
I went to a Kendrick concert, right? I went to a Kendrick concert, and this nigga at this nigga concert, he was like, "Crackers." Boy, when I tell you, I felt that whole stadium, that whole arena, they energy shifted. I ain't never seen shit go as quiet as it went ever in life, but they was all there. But guess what? They could not feel that shit.
But they were there. Why did they buy the ticket though? Why did they buy the ticket? That's his fans. As much as we want to champion.
What I'm saying is Kendrick went in that motherfucker. He knew what he was doing. And I promise you had to be there.
Oh, you can't change who showed up.
My son and my daughter, we sat there.
You can't change who showed up though. Whether you think he black or more connected culture or not, he still got the same thing.
Bro, it matters for the people that resonate. Because the
crazy thing is, bro, as much as
doing it for the ones that don't resonate.
Here's the thing, bro. I agree. Drake is not from the culture.
No, that's not what I was saying.
But hold on. You said he's not from the culture though.
No, I think because he still has a. So people, I don't agree with that part. I don't like when people call him white.
Okay. He's obviously not like
I don't agree with none of that. I never said that I did. I think like he said, he went to summer with his dad, he chill. He understands certain aspects of it. He still is black. He still has seen certain things.
Right.
The only, you know what I'm saying? Like he still has some type of understanding of what the fuck is going on.
Obviously. He makes the music.
You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But there's people, actually majority of his audience, that don't understand shit. You get what I'm saying? They're just fans. They're just people that's sitting there on the outside like, wow, this shit is entertaining. And I can't be a clown for them niggas. And them niggas I just don't fucking connect with. So for me, they don't fucking matter, bro. Like they just don't. They just are. At that point, that's transactions.
We can't do that.
That's just money.
Because we can't champion GNX selling how many ever records, 320 in the first week when the majority of those
most of his people, it be his people.
It's not, bro. When you look at the niggas that's buying the records, it's not.
Okay.
So let me ask you.
He's not doing them numbers without that audience. We can't separate them two, bro.
Let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think?
Come on, bro. Everybody talk about culture. Go ahead and listen to you.
What do y'all honestly think Drake's next move should be?
He could just continue and Shroud.
I agree.
He doesn't have to do anything different.
Y'all think all he needs to do is drop a hit?
If he drop,
he could just continue to do project. He don't have to do nothing differently than what he's done in the past.
So this is not a career finishing beef for
Fuck no.
Drake would have to. Drake can never finish. The reason why I'm saying this is because as much as we think as a down year this was for Drake, he was still the most streamed artist in 2024.
And he didn't drop an album.
And then, I agree. He's a walking bucket in sports. He is somebody where no matter who's around him, no matter how bad the rest of everybody else is doing around him, how bad he may look, he's still on his worst night is everybody else's best night. Okay. It just doesn't matter with him. Like on his worst night, literally.
So let me ask you this. What do y'all think Kendrick next move should be?
Keep going, stay consistent.
I was gonna say If I'm Kendrick, I'm definitely continuing to bomb on Drizzy until I'm out of here.
I swear.
No matter. We not reconciling at all. Like we never gonna reconcile.
So you think it's gonna be like a 50 Cent and Ja Rule, like a never-ending,
Kendrick
never-ending beef.
This is one of those evergreen things. It is always going to stir up culture, hip hop fans, and entertainment. It's like anytime Stephen Curry and LeBron plays, they're still the most watched game in the NBA. Mm-hmm. It's the reason why the Emirates tournament in Vegas right now is so down in ratings, because LeBron and Curry have both been eliminated. Nobody wants to see all these other people participate. We want to see the still faces of the league. Mm-hmm. And the faces of the rap game is still
those guys.
Drake and Kendrick. So like, I mean, if I'm Kendrick, I'm going to play into this every chance I get. As a Drizzy fan, I think I still knock him saying like, Kendrick biggest moment to date is still connected and associated with Drake. If I'm a Kendrick fan, I'm not the most happy about that. But while that is the reality, I'm going to capitalize on it. I'm not going to shy away from it. Like, it is what it is, my nigga. It's been plenty of people that's capitalized and been the beneficiaries of Drake effect. I'm just happen to be the biggest one, and I've made the most of it.
Yeah. So I think too, a lot of this is staying on wax so far.
No, I don't think it's going no further.
I don't see it going further.
No, but I'm saying other beefs that I brought up earlier did not stay on wax.
But because
East Coast, West
Kendrick
Coast,
is a good kid
like
from a bad city, and then Drake is who he is.
I think that's why I said this is something I like about this because it has stayed on wax. Yeah. It hasn't caused any violence, any uproar. Right. So you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Mic check.
We feel good live in the building. We finna get into this DDG shit. What's poppin', man? It's your boy Word back on the WatztheWord channel. You know what time it is, man. Feel good to be back in the building. Today, man, we got some special guests here. Nigga Moss to my right. Oh yeah. We got TC to the left. We finna get into this shit like it's fresh to death.
Oh, Jesus.
That fucking means.
What are we about to watch?
We finna get into this Handling Business remix by Diddy featuring the infamous, notorious Tory Lanez behind bars.
Infamous Tory Lanez.
Because he's there. That nigga's infamous as a motherfucking cold.
Crazy.
He know how to learn shit and just master shit, bro. I was not a believer this nigga as a rapper, bro. He know how to do shit. Make me a felon.
Hold on.
Stabbing shit options. This nigga going home now, bro. You drinking?
I have to say this. I will say this. Regardless of how I feel personally about Tory Lanez, he slid. I'll give it him. I'm not a fan of him personally, but the guy knows how to slide on the record.
Just don't bust a U when I'm out to sell.
She said, I'm coming out sooner than I think.
And don't bust a U, bitch. No U-turns. Don't bust a U.
Yeah, that guy with the pen, I just basically said it. Like, I cannot deny his musical ability. And I'm going to leave it there. I'll let y'all talk about it a little bit more.
How you feeling about that?
I cannot deny it.
How you feeling?
Oh, bro, I got a lot to say about it. I'm sorry, I didn't know we was on me, goddamn me. But I think that he had definitely expressed himself. He said a lot of things that we would like to hear. When it comes to the point and the aspect of where he was talking about him not speaking on what actually went down instead of taking the 10 years due to his integrity and shit that I don't know if necessarily matters, but that's neither here or there, you know what I'm saying? But he stood on what he felt was his moral compass, you know what I'm saying? So I respect him for that. But also what that tells me is that there's more that happened, and also the truth has yet to be told.
Yeah.
And then he expounded more on just how he's navigating through prison, how his mind state is. I think his mentality is on some Mamba type of shit. You know what I'm saying? No matter where he goes, that's a lot where I look towards Tory for. He's like, no matter what circumstance I'm in, he gives glory to God, and no matter what, he's going to be resilient and persistent through all the trials and tribulations, and stay in tune with what God that was gifted towards him. You know what I'm saying? So I commend Tory. I'm actually riding with Tory, hands down. I actually believe Tory. Not saying, and if it was, I really believe Tory. I'm not gonna lie. I believe Tory. I believe Tory, bro. I believe him.
Yeah, man, Tory died. That mug, this instantly made me say this saga is far from done being over. It's one of the stories, man, over the last, post-COVID, basically, that continues to grow legs of his own, a life of his own. And, instantly said to me, like, I definitely see more Tory is already a cinematic picture in itself, musically, but I definitely see more things that come with this. He's going to tell a story. Like, he's positioned himself to where he's murdered and not behind this type of stuff. He's willing to die behind the truth. Mm-hmm. So whether he's here or not, the story's going to be told. I've had the privilege to be in certain conversations in rooms where they're in real time looking for people to produce content in pieces and projects around his whole story. A lot has to do with this. So it definitely made me say, more content, more documentaries is going to come around this, either while he's in there or while he's out. Definitely once he gets out. And kind of what you were speaking to, man, he's a guy where it's like, he's willing to die behind the truth. Kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's not a lot of people that's willing to die behind their truth.
Their truth. When you say it like that, I agree.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
so if they're willing to take it to that standpoint.
Take it and accept the repercussions, meaning whatever harm or backlash or backfiring may happen, mm-hmm. he's willing to take it there. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do stuff for the internet. Mm-hmm. As far as just listening to the music, this verse, I love it. You know what I mean? Because it's artistically put together well, but he's also speaking on something we are longing to learn more information about. I feel like he has Megan and her team in shambles in a certain place where they're fearful of what may come from his side, mm-hmm. what's to come in the future. I believe Megan's team has a lawsuit or some sort versus the blogger Malago, which was somebody that was following this case closely during the trial. Mm-hmm. And they've been vetting all Tory Lanez prison costs, thinking that he was paying off Milagro to do things that will put out stories that were more in favor of him, which they haven't discovered anything. It's been embarrassing on their behalf to do such thing. I don't even know how that's even a legal thing to do. Mm-hmm. But when we're talking about when we look at the dots that are connected to who she is, her place in the industry, and Rock Nation being behind her backing, and what I feel, what's came out to be proof, what they have in the legal system, whether there's people, mm-hmm. Having certain powers to shift things a certain mm-hmm. way. Hence the story of the witness in the case. Mm-hmm. It's been several.
What happened to her though?
Yeah, it's been several. It's been several. It's been several instances and things that's happened in this whole saga where I've been in question. But nonetheless, man, I'm happy for the guy, man. Tory, man, is he's a relentless guy in the flesh.
How is he able to stay present in the midst of being locked up? That's what's crazy.
I think for me, from my experiences, for what I've known, the only type of thing that can affect or have an impact or influence on somebody to be calm, to remain poised, and somewhat at peace, even though the circumstances look like the odds are all against them, is something of the power of God. You know, you only can find that level of self-control, confidence, and poise if you have some type of connection. That's the only space or people I've seen, or even within myself, that I can accredit that level of poise in a situation like this. Many people, I think, in this situation would definitely have understand and say things that were different. Right. Would have probably told things to try to help that better situation. But, you know, I think he accepted whatever this path that God has him on. He's spoken about being in the industry and being swayed by all the things that the industry presents itself to take you down a route like this. And even admitting like some of this stuff got to him to the fact where maybe he was misstepping and maybe he was moving too fast. Maybe he was doing things that were not in line. That he wasn't accountable.
Can we speak to an aspect
TC with a shred? What you got?
No, it's not a shred.
I'm listening.
It's not a shred, but I do think Tory did move in a lot of strange ways. I don't know. Nobody, I feel like, if I go into it, I'm gonna let y'all finish.
I want to see what
I feel like I
kind of finished already. My take on it was what it was. I kind of want to see where you're going with this, though, to see where I can piggyback.
I have so many different thoughts on the whole night that I just feel
she didn't went back to the night.
Man, say what you gonna say, Miles. Go ahead.
No, from what you were saying, because that night in the song, he said, the only thing I regret is hopping out the pool with Kylie.
The crazy thing about all this is at the end of the day, something happened to this woman and she was shot.
None of that would have happened.
If he never gets out of the pool, none of this shit. And that just, that whole piece of the story, they leave, she comes back, says she's forgot something, but seemingly didn't come back and leave or whatever she forgot.
Who, Kylie?
No. Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan. Okay, I'm sorry.
That tells me somebody is running off high emotion. Whether if it's jealousy, whether if it's, feeling like something that she isn't comfortable with led her back to that place. Tory seemingly the whole night seemed, intoxicated. I think everybody in that situation that night was.
The only one was probably Kylie.
Probably Kylie.
We don't know.
But it seems like the guy was just running off of just having a good time. Maybe he was. That's the part, the dealings of how he was dealing with women that can lead to who knows.
Absolutely, because as we know, he was having relations with the friend. What is her name again?
Kelsey.
Yeah. And then now that we know, he was having a situation with Meg, and then he's flirting with Kylie in the pool. I mean, he was moving totally messy.
Too fast. I will give him. I have to charge him for that. That's moving at a different
pace.
It's
a very unfortunate night and situation that happened. Yeah, I had it happen for all of them. Every party involved.
Yeah, man. But nonetheless, though, man, I think I love the record, though. It's quite ironic that DDG is behind being a catalyst to delivering this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's like one of the, least expected people I would kind of expect to be on a record with this. Because he's not I don't think he's a guy that looks to be in mess, but I will say he knows how to work the internet. And this record is going crazy. He named the EP Handling Business. And I don't think that was a move that he was doing prior to getting the Tory feature. But he knows how to capitalize. But I will say he got to move a little bit swiftly, being out there in Cali, being at this K-Dot's realm of everything.
Right.
And supposedly one of K-Dot cousins have came out and has been speaking like, brother, you need to be moving a little bit better. I'm the person that they call when all the rappers need protection. If you don't know what that means.
For DDG.
No, for all the rappers that are in LA.
Okay.
Like, these are the people you got to call to check in. Kendrick Lamar Cousins is a legend that he's one of them guys.
Okay.
And so he's not in front of the cameras. I've never seen the guy, but he had released about 8 tweets out, saying this was after Tory got on the record. Now he was a bit in the grave by Tory. Like he like, yo, free the man, but at the same time, like, what we talking about, Tory? Like, you behind bars, you know we can't, but you need to be a little bit cautious on what you say. But I think at the same time, I think people reckon, like, no matter who's speaking on Tory, there's always a certain reverence for him. Being that he's just a guy that's always been unapologetic about whatever he stated on.
Not only that, but he's from the culture.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a different.
I'm always go back to that.
His reception, his Canadian reception isn't the same as
it's not the same. He's from that cloth.
Yeah, he's from. I will say there's a distinction between the Drizzy Canadian.
So the respect level is a lot more for Tory than it is for Drizzy. And going back to when we talk about his regrets, because he's planting a lot of seeds in these lyrics.
Yeah, I agree.
And I would love for us to break that down even more due to the fact that he was talking about, again, what he regrets. He was talking about more of the aspect of why he is truly in jail, right? Mm-hmm. If y'all remember that, he was like
It's the gun charge, right?
No. It's the fact that he cracked the code as an independent artist.
Rock Nation, they like that.
They approached Rock Nation and whoever is above Rock Nation, whoever Rock Nation is in partner with. It's always the big machines that be, because when a man, right, as an independent artist can make $1 million within a couple of minutes, that causes a lot of signals to be alerted. What the fuck?
Which is what Drizzy's finna do at the highest.
So this was my only thing.
Yeah,
Please,
Drizzy's about to break the mold.
we are not going back.
Drizzy is about to, because we didn't necessarily get into the effects of what happens if Drizzy comes out of this on the upper side.
Yeah.
You know, I think everything in music as we know now changes forever.
I don't know.
Is he doing this only because he's a sore loser?
All right, man. We gonna run through these quick takes right quick, man. This should be a fun segment, man. Quick takes. We gonna start it off real easy and fresh.
Okay.
First up, we got 2004 or 2024 fashion. What are we going with?
2004. What was
does
that?
mean?
2004 or 2024 fashion.
Man, look, this is the year of the gentleman, bruh.
It's all
That's what we coming with. Are we going?
Yeah, we going.
Oh yeah, man, it's the year of the gentleman. You know, we right now, Boy got back in his career 3 months in, already about to get a promotion in another 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling real good, school cracking. You know, it's the year of the gentleman, suit, ties, and
okay. So you taking 2024 then?
Yeah, 25, bro. No, it's 25.
Well, I just did this year because it's still 24.
Yeah. We going in like that when it comes to fashion.
What about you, TZ?
Man, y'all know I'm
You a vintage connoisseur.
Yeah, I'm just a vintage type of person. So I'm rocking with it.
I feel you. I may go 2020. I may go 2004 as well. That's just more my steez. Just
Yeah.
That's definitely more my vibe. Next up, we got Carisha Please or the Jennifer Hudson Show. Which one we going with,
The
TC?
Jennifer Hudson show is going crazy right now.
Wow. We just
going
go
down that Soul Train tunnel when people come out.
Wow.
Just the energy.
We gonna shit on Carisha Please like that?
No. Carisha Please does what it does, but I'm saying Jennifer Hudson from 5-year-olds to 65-year-olds can watch her show. It's very safe. It's very. I mean, she killing it right now.
Yeah. Is it safe to say? What's her trajectory in that realm?
I think Jennifer Hudson is relatable.
Yeah.
I think she's relatable. She's a mom. She's also experienced a lot of grief. Her mother, sister, and nephew were murdered on the same day.
That's diabolical.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. What's her story? What happened?
So her mother, her sister, and her nephew, on the same day. Wow. They were unalived on the same day. She has a story, her rise from Chicago You know, she was a bigger girl, so she relate. You know, I can look at that and be like, she was before she lost the weight, she was a big girl, and she was on American Idol, and she did not win. I think she was like 4th runner-up or something like that. It was the season that Fantasia Barrino was on.
Got you.
Then just seeing her be Dream Girls and win an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Then go ahead and get the endorsement with Weight Watchers. Then go ahead and be in more movies, had a music career, and then now she got this show. I mean, you know, I feel like she has overcome adversity after adversity after adversity. And I feel like Jennifer Hudson is killing it on so many levels right now. I can't do nothing but give it to her.
All right, while you at it, we got this one for you. Does anybody deliver an unbiased opinion on hot topics like Wendy Williams does?
No. I miss my girl. How you doing? Oh, it's just it's either people are politically correct and safe, or they like Tasha K and different things like that. I feel like Wendy, you can say a lot of things about Wendy, but they can't tell her a lot. A lot of the stuff she's been reporting on since the early 90s, including stuff with Diddy, has come to pass. So I just feel like the way she did it, her being, because she's funny. Right. She's also not any celebrity's friend, so she gives her unbiased opinion. Right. She's a woman. She's like I connect with her. Now you can say she's messy or she's not your cup of tea, but it's a lot of people that are saying now, man, Wendy Williams is missed from the scene. I want her to get well, so get well, Wendy. But she just brought something, whether she was on the radio or whether she was in front of our cameras, that is just not on daytime television anymore or on the radio. So,
over or under 20 years for Diddy's sentence?
It's over 20.
What's that?
Over 20.
Over 20?
I think he's done.
What do you got? I personally got over 20 as well. That's what they gave Arkell.
Under.
Wow. All right. We're going to keep it pushing.
I don't know how far under.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Power or Snowfall.
Ooh, Snowfall.
Ooh. As an actor?
As a series.
Snowfall.
I don't know how that freaking ghost talks to, what's the name? What was the wife name?
Tasha.
I'm a realistic.
Snowfall, the guy is a better actor overall. The acting on Snowfall, I think, was better, but I watch Power more.
This is a nuanced answer for me. Being Power has a universe, so it has more to offer. If I take in the fullness of Power, I gotta go Power.
But
if I'm just taking
really better than that original Power.
If I'm taking just the Power Ghost book versus Snowfall straight up, I'm going Snowfall.
Okay.
If I take the universe all inclusive, I gotta go Power though.
Okay.
What 50 did as a whole is unmatched.
Right. 50 is killing it. Right?
Yeah, and 50 is in a different realm. Next up, we got Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. What do we like more? What are we doing?
Christmas Eve brings back that was my dad's favorite. He loves Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving, and so it's
New Year's my cousin's birthday. So
it's got you. Yeah, I'm gonna go New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve is just kind of like the day before Christmas for me.
New Year's Eve terrifies me.
Wow.
Paranoia.
Dead rappers or alive rappers? What I mean by that? Are the greatest rappers either dead or unalived?
Alive.
Or the best rappers alive? What are we going with?
Alive.
Okay, what do we feel, TC?
I'm like right in the middle. My top 4, like 2 of them dead and 2 of them alive.
Okay, and she gonna say top 5 again. I mean top 4. She love that stuff.
I'm alive all day.
Yeah, I'm somewhere where TC is. Yeah, that's tough.
DMX and Pac is dead.
Yeah.
Eminem and Jay is alive.
Biggie or Tupac.
Pac for sure has a hold on me. For sure. His impact, his music.
What's your favorite song?
Storytelling. Favorite song? Yeah. I think nobody else can deliver a record like Dear Mama. To me personally.
Storytelling is crazy, man.
It's just one of them. He made a lot of music where I feel like will be timeless. Mm. So you didn't necessarily grade him on a scale like I do guys now. Lyrical ability, do they have a lot of hits? How many units? It's with him, he was bigger than music to me. Mm. Like his greatest feat, I would say, was bigger than music. He was a movement.
Okay. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
With Pac, for me, Pac was able to feel some places for me. So, how do you want it? I could dance to that. keep your head up. That encourages me. Dear Mama makes me reflect and appreciate my mother as a Black single woman who took care of me and my sister. And then you have records like I Get Around, because I had times where I would get around. Right. So you know what I'm saying?
Now that was crazy, baby.
I feel like I just felt him. And then he talked about spirituality and different things like that. And then he would get angry. I had anger issues. So records like, it was just like I felt him. But, you know, Biggie, of course, I thought was a better floor and everything. Too.
Yeah, Biggie was definitely a better rapper.
He had a better cadence.
My favorite song.
What's that?
Thugs Get Lonely too.
Okay. Yeah, man. Music is definitely in a different space.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's a tough one for me, man. That is a tough one. If I had to pick gun in my head, I'd probably go Alive.
Alive.
I'm alive always.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Tory, Drake, they live.
Yeah, Tory, Drizzy. Tory, Drizzy, Wayne.
Yeah,
Wayne is shit.
I love Wayne.
He like shoots whenever I met before I mention Wayne, it shoots up 20 more.
Yeah.
Like Wayne is just his placement in my life is just
Kendrick
different.
versus Wayne, who you think win?
In what parameters? In a battle?
Yeah.
Kendrick. In a battle, Kendrick wins. Not too many people I'm picking against Kendrick. Yeah. He's from that.
Now, who do I listen to more?
Wayne. Who do I think a better artist is? Who do I think discography? Wayne for sure.
Surprised me that you said Kendrick. Not too many people beat Kendrick.
Yeah, not too many. Yeah, nah.
Dude, you was really going for Drizzy.
Yeah, I mean, well, Drizzy is in that rare space where, I think he's underrated by many because they don't know what his capabilities are. But if you know Drizzy, I mean,
he's definitely battle tested. So
he's the one that's ready for battle more than everybody. He's just in the aftermath. He always looks a little different though. But yeah, it's things I knock Drizzy about, man. He was you got to know how to move, man. He's man. But man, let's get to this last little space where we kind of get out of here. Because we're running at 11:15 right now. This is probably almost a 3-hour podcast, man. But it felt good. It felt good to be back in the building, man.
Yes.
TC is back in the building. I got Moss on the right of me.
Oh, yeah.
The Damage Control podcast.
When the damage is fucking control. Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby. Felt good, man. This came about, I put the idea out there maybe a week and a half ago or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Didn't finalize it until probably like 2 days ago, possibly, I think.
Sir.
And we made it happen. If you haven't noticed, we're not in the same space as we were before. The last podcast, was it with Moss?
No.
When you came back?
Yes.
Well, honestly, we've had a couple podcasts that are unreleased. That have been unreleased. So
we have a lot recorded that's unreleased.
Yeah. If you in this space, you record a lot of footage that may not ever come out. But there'll be some things that'll be coming out for sure. So yeah, I mean, expect a lot to come from the Damage Control podcast. I think this is honestly the only podcast episode that'll make it out of 2024. This year. We recorded other episodes, but this will be the only one I believe that'll come out.
Yeah.
So, man, we've been appreciating everybody that still tunes in, rocking, and, we look forward to all the people that will rock with this episode. But, man, what's next for everybody? We kind of let these cats know what's coming with Damage Control. It will be continuing in 2025, if I haven't mentioned already. Yeah. We will have the original cast from season 1. I think now everything is just one season. That's kind of just how I've been rolling. And, yeah, man. But what's next for y'all? What are y'all looking for in 2025? Anything people should look out for something? What we got going?
For me, I will be bringing back out open heart discussions.
All right, applause.
So be look out for that. One of my goals that I have is buy me a duplex.
Say it one more time. I had the applause going for you.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have open heart discussion, open heart chill. Yes. Be on the lookout for that. And by the summer, I'll be buying me a duplex.
All right.
That's what's up, man. What about you, TC? What we got going over there?
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about getting my health together.
Oh yeah,
because that is gonna be like the number one, one of the biggest factors in me doing anything. But I do want to focus on coaching this year for acting. So I got some things going on that. I want to pour into our next generation of actors, bring up some new Denzels or some, whoever, So I'm really looking forward to that. Getting back into my YouTube channel, definitely with movie reviews and hot topics, the way that I like to do it. So follow Tina Carter Show on all platforms. It's all Tina Carter Show, but specifically YouTube. We're going to hone in on that and really get back to it. I have a lot to say. And I don't want to muzzle my mouth anymore out of fear and procrastination on my end. So
you got it, T.
I'm looking forward to that, and then also looking forward to connect and build with more creatives. And
man, I love that.
What's up with you?
I love that, man. I specifically love the statement of I'm not gonna muzzle my mouth anymore. I think coming from a person like me, that wouldn't really fit me, but I definitely resonated with it because I'm in a space where it's like looking in the space to use my voice more than ever. I just put myself on a higher grade of this year, things are great, but you got to continue to go for it. And I put out a status where I was like, we gotta use our voices more than ever. And I just think, I put out a lot of things specifically really for myself, that to document, where things were in my life and where they'll go. Speaking things somewhat in existence with prayer, with God on my side, with faith, and just moving in lockstep with what I believe He has in store. So for me specifically, man, like a couple days ago, I woke up in the morning, man, I reached out to about 10 to 20 people, just idea driven. You know what I mean? Like things that I wasn't really sure about, but things that was like, yo, we need to get this idea out. Let's just shoot it to this person. It makes sense. Let's shoot it to that person. It makes sense. Whether if it makes sense for them or not, that's not on me. I'm just shooting it out there and planting seeds and letting the water and everything grow from it. So that's definitely going to be big on me, man. I don't like to try to count my pockets before they grown, but I definitely see a lot of that stuff going into 2025. And not necessarily my pockets. It's really, one word I use was horizontally growing with people around me. Because I feel like a lot of the stuff that I do and the passions and the ideas, I invest in myself. But I definitely want to continue to plant the seeds to the people around me, see others go up with me, because I think everything moves quicker, stronger, and more momentum when you move it with other people. Yeah. So, man, it's a comfort in moving by yourself because you can control everything. But when you move with others, you feel like, man, I don't know if they're going to be all the way on the same page as me, but I just got to trust that process, which I love. And so that'll be big in 2025, man. So, damage control definitely is going to be a part of 2025, way bigger than what it was in 2024. The word of clarity, we moving, man. I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me on there.
Yes.
What's the word is doing its thing. Music is steady coming, man. And, man, 2025 for sure. This will be my last year in St. Louis, and 2025 definitely be in LA. So I'm looking forward to that. And everything will continue, man. If this podcast got to go remote, just like my other podcast, that's what it will do. And so I'm a big believer in making everything impossible possible. Right. So yeah, man, feels good to be back, man.
Oh yeah.
Enjoyed everybody, man. And I'm looking at this agenda and it looks like everything is rocking all right, man. Chee! Let these cats know where to follow you at, Moss, man. Socials, where they got you
at? Nick Moss Journal. You already know, and that's on every single social media site.
Oh, gosh.
Instagram.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Goddamn me.
TC, remind these people right quick.
Yes, on everything, TikTok, X, what am I saying? Facebook.
Everything.
The other one that I love. Instagram, YouTube, Tina Carter Show. At Tina Carter Show. Holla at me.
Make sure you follow them, man. It's your boy Word. It's just_word. Pretty much everywhere. Word on DSPs if you're looking for the music. Didn't even talk about that. But yeah, definitely more music coming in 2025. A boatload. So be prepared for that, man. And Damage Control, make sure y'all follow us everywhere. You will find this podcast on the What's the Word channel. And until next time, we out of here.
Oh, yeah.